We're back. The Ultimate VO Survivor, Take 2. 1,823 auditions. And over 15,000 votes. A virtual reality series that celebrates the world of voice actors. We will sweat, howl, bleed, spew, fart, seduce, make you laugh, cry, and beg for more. This is one show you don't want to miss. Episode 1, Commercial, Promo, November 3rd. Episode 2, Narration, November 10th. Episode 3, Animation, Gaming, November 17th. Don't miss our grand finale, November 24th, as we crown our Ultimate VO Survivor champions. Look at our incredible lineup of sponsors. Congratulations to our top contestants who've made the live shows. Who will be the next Ultimate VO Survivor, Take 2.
We're here.
Well, hi, say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, I didn't mean literally. Okay, so the fun has begun. You're watching on Facebook Live or through the Get Mike website portal, and we're coming to you live in 3D spontaneous color. Holla! Welcome one and all. Welcome one and all. Hi. Say, you can wave at me again. Hello. Thank you. Welcome one and all to the hair-raising, tongue-wagging, hand-wringing excitement of the Ultimate VO Survivor Take 2. That's Take 2, honey. A phenomenal journey through the many tantalizing genre of voice acting, a world often heard but rarely seen until now. Oh my goodness. After 6 months in the making, tonight we will crown our global champions in the Ultimate VO Survivor Grand Finale with a load of talent from around the world covering auditions in all 3 genres: commercial, narration, and animation. These talented soldiers of the world battle to win one of 4 incredible prizes. Prize packages included worth thousands and thousands of dollars in career-changing prizes. Yep, this year we've added a special master grand prize awarding one talent from the Ultimate VO Survivor champion. It's anyone's game tonight, as each of our contestants start with a clean slate. Oh, Flintstone, it's Mr. Slate. Stop that. Tonight, we will not only crown our champions in each category, but we will also award more than 28 contestants with our special mention prizes, soon to be announced by yours truly. Well, welcome everyone at home who has come to cheer on the alchemists, creators, and muses who will sweat, holler, gush, and guffaw while singing, farting, don't do it, JMC, hissing, leaping, compressing, yodeling, gurgling, clucking, hurling, invective, you name it, all in an effort to secure an ultimate place at the top of the competition ladder and walk away crowned the Ultimate VO Survivor. Thank you. And now to introduce the man, the myth, the legend in my own mind, the ultimate Mike Master, me, Mr. Mike, who disguised as a mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, promises to keep an eye on the clock and the ball bouncing and things creatively hopping through an evening of wild and wondrous entertainment. This is a lot of words. Watching tonight, you will escape into the magical realm of voiceover. Remember, folks, if you missed any of our shows, including last season, go to our website at getmike.com and catch up. Not catch up. Catch up. It takes a village, and there is no I in team, but team is meet backwards. So let's meet everybody and send out a huge shout out to everyone who has joyously participated with over 1,823 auditions submitted and 100,000 views plus, affording our glorious contestants to play in 3 spectacular voice categories to take home thousands of dollars in ultimate prizes. So without further ado, what you've all been waiting for, the Ultimate VO Survivor Take 2 Grand Finale.
Ow. Wow.
Say something, Deb. I don't even know.
Oh my God, we're so excited. We are so excited to have you guys here. Welcome. Hey, I think it's a great opportunity for those at home to understand what it is we do, because some people don't even know. So people are tuning in going, what the heck is this? A whole bunch of weird people doing a whole bunch of weird things. Voice acting is an industry most people don't know about, but we get to do from the comfort of home or in a studio. And we've been doing it, a lot of us here, for years. And because it's not really a household name, We wanted to have something to showcase it to the world to see what we do. And a lot of you are really familiar with voice acting because we have animation and you see people behind scenes and you get to see that. So you have a taste of that. But did you know there's a whole plethora of stuff out there that we do? Commercials, message on holds, narrations, documentaries, TV, promo, you name it, it just goes on and on. So this is a great way for us to introduce our world to you. And it's very rare you get to see people doing this because, well, let's face it, most of us like it because we're in a closet and we don't have to be seen. So we like that part of it. So give it up for all our contestants who are willing to be seen tonight and for the glorious industry that we have, that of the voice actor. And hopefully no technical issues for my mic tonight. That's what I will celebrate.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, judges, you have 45 seconds. If you go past the 45-second mark, you will hear this. And for J. Michael Collins, when you hit the 60-second mark, you'll hear this. Hit it, Bob. And for Cliff Zellman, you'll hear this. I'm just having fun because I'm really tired today. I don't know why. It's going around the room. Anyway, contestants, the judges will be listening to your slate, so don't forget to state in each audition with your name and some nice stuff about you. These top industry pros will be judging based on your creativity, how you connect to the script and the character, your vocal variety, your overall performance, and how much fun you're having in both or all of your script choices, really. So let's get this party started and meet your incredibly full panel of judges and your hardworking Get Mike team. I'm going to tell the guy to hit it right there. Pulling the strings and mastering all things tech, media, digital brain binding, and mind wondrous. This amazing VA tech team. Keep in mind, this is all volunteer initiative, so we are all here just having a good time. Give it up for voice talents: Sam Swain, Amanda Brandt, Anna, Pearl Fisher, Megan Humans, Storm Waters, Roman Barry, Ileana Cinelli, Carlin Doyle, and John Harris. These people work their butts off!
Woo!
Nice. And of course, you know, they wouldn't have anything to do if it wasn't for these two creators of the ultimate VO survivor, our dynamic duo of Sass Glass and Sassafras. Our Get Mike founders for sure. I'm finding my script on the floor. With over 30 years experience, I'm going to tell you all about it. Because she's a rock and roller, I gotta do it this way. With over 30 years of experience as a voice talent, working from the comfort of home in her PJs and leather bodice. Deb is an award-winning fireball of energy, talent, and drive, all rolled into one. She is known for her roles as Chi-Chi and May on Dragon Ball, the voice of Makeful TV and promo voice for several radio stations, thousands of commercials, and more. Deb is a coach, and she likes to get right to the point, but with love, passion plus. Deb loves what she does, and it shows. Rock and roller. Deb, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about what you do in your PJs?
Well, as I said, we are, thank you so much, Mr. Mike. Let's give it up for Mr. Mike, actually, first of all. Woohoo! You may not know who he is, and that's the point. We don't want you to know who he is because that's a part of our industry, is that mystery. So thank you for all you do. And we just want to take a moment to actually just thank every single person here for giving up their time and energy into this project. It was a really heartfelt give back initiative. And so there's a lot of people involved, including our tech team and how they've helped us from the beginning to the end here. We're really excited to be here tonight. Thank you to all the contestants. We just want you to know that no matter what it seems like, we wanted to create a global competition. This industry is global. We're all around the world tonight. I know some of you here are at 5 a.m. and at 1 a.m. and, you know, we're all over the map. And that was what was so beautiful to celebrate. Everybody could have been a winner here. So it's not about finding the best. It's about celebrating what we do as storytellers. And like he says, I get to do it from the comfy of my jammies. So I love it. I get to do it at home. And it's a fun way to express love and passion and energy. So we're here and we thank everybody for being a part of it.
Well, the other half of this dynamic duo is the voice oracle, mystical, magical, a miracle. This mistress of mirth and madness has been working with the masses for an award-winning 44 years in film, television, stage, radio, internet, and so much more with her special brand of joie de vivre. Ellie is an ever-loved bon vivant, honored doctor of laws, actor, writer, director, teacher, illustrator. What the hell doesn't she do? And she's the wizardess of all things creative. This unicorn queen, watch out for the horn, gives with all of her guts, and she'll gut you. Please help us embrace the spiritual energy of this incredible person, Ellie Ray.
Woo! I just want to take a quick shout out to everyone, audiences at home, all around the world, internationally, who have tuned in. Storytelling is what keeps us connected. The human connection is communication. And we are storytellers. The audience is a big character, a big part of that storytelling. So we are here to celebrate you and us and all of the contestants that work diligently to tell the stories that will inspire and keep us connected as humanity is uplifted and held aloft during COVID and beyond, while we struggle to just get past, through, and around all that life offers us. Yay to the storytellers, yay to you, and thank you, audiences, and everyone else who delivers with their guts to making it work so that we can all thrive. Yahoo!
Thank you, Ellie Ray. Now, tonight, we have several judges tonight. Joining our panel, there's quite a few of them, and they will each cover one genre. So let's introduce our first panel of judges covering the category of commercial. He likes to kill them lobsters out in the ocean. He is cool. I don't know if I can go on and say anything, but he's a fool. He's a 38-time Voice Arts Award winner, the voice of thousands of commercials who is heard across the USA every freaking day. He's also a man wanted for the cold-blooded murder of tens of thousands of lobsters, and occasionally he'll have a salad with lobster. Please welcome our solid gold sponsor, dressed in spandex and master of all things voice, J. Michael Collins.
Hello, great to be back.
It's great to have you. Well, next up is an Emmy-winning audio engineer, producer, arranger, and musician with over 4 decades behind the board. And I'm not talking B-O-R-E-D, recording and producing just about anything and everything audio around the world, from VO for animation for DIC, Disney, and Saban, as well as top 40 rock, jazz, punk, rap, hip-hop, country, and everything in between. A 7-time Silvis nominee, 25 years as director of audio production for Radio Vision Advertising, and owner of Amazing Demos, producing world-class voiceover demos for the professional voiceover industry. Oh, it's a well-established fact that he has no life outside of his state-of-the-art home studio, except for the odd trip to Cinnabon, not a sponsor. And that's okay with him, because he's Cliff Salmon!
Hey, everybody. Thank you. What an introduction, man. I am so excited about this. This is the eruption of the volcano. This is going to be wonderful. I'm thrilled to be here with my colleagues and these talented people. So bring it on, man. Great show. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you, Cliff. A returning champion from the Ultimate VO Survivor 2020. She began her career as a voiceover artist at the age of 16. Wow, dubbing the children's program The Little Vampire for the BBC. With decades of experience working in children's TV, she has hundreds of credits to her name. Some highlights include Paw Patrol, Toby's Traveling Circus, and What the Foo. In recent years, she has won a Silvis Voice Arts Award in Los Angeles for her performance in the VR video game Table of Tales, and is enjoying working on some exciting new upcoming AAA video games. That's not Alcoholics Anonymous Animators. And some children's animations. Please welcome back Julianne Dean.
Hey, there's my mic. Oh, it's so lovely to be back and seeing all you lovely smiley faces again, Ellie and Deb. And you lot. It's very weird to be on this side of it. Good luck, everybody. I know, I feel your pain.
Capping off this incredible panel, this internationally recognized voiceover expert is the owner and head agent of the Shepherd Agency. Not that kind of agency. A premier talent agency representing an elite roster of union and non-union voice talent from around the globe. starting with his first voiceover gig at the age of 17. Boy, he started early. He has worked in the industry as a talent and a coach and now oversees an agency booking thousands of high-profile projects per year. He's also a founding member of the VO Agent Alliance and an active and vocal advocate for voiceover actors in the VO industry as a whole. Spelled with a W, Ellie. Hey, if it's happening in the voiceover world, he is involved. He is the one and only Eric Shepard.
Yeah, well, he's up in the gods.
There he is.
No, he's disappeared. He's gone.
He's
He's
up
back.
there. I
He's
can
back.
see him up
Is he
there.
there? Oh, let's bring him in
He
then.
needs to be pulled
You
down.
need to come into the show. There you are.
Bring
Where
him
did you
in.
go?
Bring him
You
in,
left us.
baby. Bring him
Please
in. He
connect
I was
just
Connecting
so
audio.
afraid. I was so
Oh,
afraid. Eric.
goodness.
It's a
Oh,
circle
my
where the square
goodness.
should fit. No, that's the wrong lyric. Never mind.
There he is.
You're up,
Okay.
Eric. Say hi.
Hi, Matt. I should not have dropped that acid before this thing because it is
That's what
kicking
I always
in.
say.
And this is freaky, Matt. Mr. Mike, have you lost weight?
Mhm.
You look good.
Yes, but I understand it's acetylsalicylic acid that you're dropping. Aspirin. Okay, so let's do it. Fasten your adult diapers. Here, let me get mine first. Boy, they're tight. As you know, things are about to get windy, wacky, and wumbly, so let's get this party started. First contestant in this category of commercial is Avery Luna.
Avery Luna.
How this works.
You're on, Avery.
Cool. All right, let's slate it then. Who? My name is Avery William Luna. Look at that. Cool. And a little bit about me. Let's see. I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I think that Mr. Mike is actually just an AI designed to read stuff and make hee-hees.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Too late, bud. FBI's coming right now. And without further ado, I'm going to read my stuff for you and make you go ooh.
Poetry.
In this world, the adventure you've been waiting for is off. Unfortunately, the world shut down for the safety of the planet, but don't let that stop you from eating out. In fact, you can still order all your faves and still find tons of adventures on our new app. Hey, try using someone else's account and password. It's so weird. Why wouldn't they just put a limit on it? Well, whatever. Adventures await with lobsters brought to you by Let's Eat and someone else's password. Feed the beast within and let it roar. Let's eat.
Judges,
Woohoo.
in this
Very
order.
nice, Avery. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Mike.
That's okay. I wanted to explain. It is you first, JMC, Cliff Zellman, Julianne Dean, and my personal valet, Eric Shepard. I do not envy you, by the way.
Me? Don't.
Avery, great start, man. Good to see you again, and congrats on getting here to the final. Love the trailer open. Didn't expect you to have pipes like that after having heard you on other stuff. So that was unexpected and well done. Change of pace was good. I think you did get into the spirit of having fun with the copy. I maybe finding it for me just a little hammy. I would have liked maybe more of a pivot to super casual and conversational after hearing trailer right off the bat. But structurally not bad. Don't change words like strange to weird. That doesn't really add anything to it. And as we've talked about before, copywriters do get sensitive sometimes. It's okay if you have a really funny quick ad lib and it works, but changing word for no great reason is not necessarily the best choice. But yeah, pretty good job, man.
I thought the intro was great. Love the pipes. I would have liked you to have heard maybe go into normal voice on the off. Is waiting is off. Love the run through. Felt very comfortable. I agree with J. Michael. Maybe tone down the cheese just a little bit. You told the story great. I thought it was terrific. I followed you all the way through. Great job. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, Cliff.
To me, yeah. So can you hear me? Yeah. Oh, well, I thought it was lovely. God, I love your voice. What a lovely resonance in the promo. I didn't know that you spoke that deeply. It's quite nice.
What is this?
And I don't know how you changed so quickly from that to the commercial read. I mean, I would have needed about 5, 10 5 minutes to just change my head zone. So you just like, poof, straight into it. And it was effortless and great. I'm not going to say many bad things because I know what it's like being there. And honestly, I thought it was fab. I really did.
Come on.
No, it was good, really good. Funny too.
Mr. Shepherd.
I think we're all pretty much saying the same thing. I'm looking at the script as far as the direction. There's not much. You were supposed to do a trailer kind of thing in the beginning, which you did, and then you're supposed to go in a normal voice. And I don't know if that was normal voice. Pacing was all right. We're not really trying to stick to a 30 or a 60 or whatever. But it's I think they were looking for something super dramatic here, where you go and then like the record skips, that kind of goofy thing, and you're like, hey, never mind, it's me, I'm a regular guy. And it wasn't like super regular, but otherwise not bad.
Thank you, Avery. All right, let's hear from Jamie Wells.
Might help if I
Jamie
unmute.
Wells.
All right. You guys can hear me, right? Sorry, I'm very nervous. Okay. Despite food poisoning and maybe an assassination attempt from Avery, I'm here, and I'm Jamie Wells. In this world, the adventure you've been waiting for is off. Unfortunately, the world shut down for the safety of the planet, but don't let that stop you from eating out. In fact, you can still order all your faves and find tons of adventures on our new app. Hey, try using someone else's account and passcode. So strange. Why wouldn't they just put a limit on it? Well, adventures await with lobsters brought to you by Let's Eat and someone else's password. Feed the beast within and let it roar. Let's eat.
Jamie, good start. I keep talking over Mr. Mike. I'm going to try not to do that.
No, it's fine.
Jamie, good start. One thing I think if people are a little higher pitched for the trailer, might be an interesting thing to work on is playing with a little proximity effect. That can be a cheat sometimes to get a little warmer and just get a little closer to the mic. And if I'm having a day where I can't go really deep, sometimes I'll cheat with that if I'm on the trailer or promo or affiliate kind of stuff. So we can work on that a little bit. I like the turn. You're pretty effortlessly conversational. It's what you do. If I've got any note for you at all, it's maybe having heard you before, I felt that you played it a little bit safe, and it might have been nice to go just a little, because you had some quirk in the commercial round that I heard a little bit of here, but I might have liked to hear a little bit more of it. So maybe just play a little bit more, but you hit the direction.
You hit the 45. Cliff.
I thought it was great. I thought it was a terrific read. I liked the way you dropped into off in the normal voice before the second paragraph. Love the voice. Love the attitude. I could definitely see you using this product. My criticism would be it was a little bit choppy. I'm hearing breaks in places that I wouldn't normally want to hear breaks. I'm a guy that likes, once you start a sentence, not to rush, but you're fluid throughout it. Putting in breaks often is an attempt to make it a little more dramatic, to make your read stand out a little bit more. I don't think you need to do that with this, but overall, I thought it was terrific, and I felt like I knew you, and it sounded like you'd be a friend of mine. So good job. I think just the smoothiosity overall, once you start a sentence, would be, which is a word.
What?
But good job.
I thought it was great. You said you were nervous, but when you started, I just thought you came across really confidently and like you owned it. Really lovely variety in the pace, in the tone, and it was really perky, and I thought your personality came through, which was nice. It made you're quite personable to listen to. Yeah, it's great. Well done.
Julianne, you're always so cruel. Good. I'm going to second the call for smoothiosity. It was a little. We're gonna make that a thing. It was it was a little stammery. I think there, could have been nerves. That would have been something, if I was directing, would have been like, all right, that was the first one. So now we're getting into this, and let's do this a few more times and try to get, a little more real, a little more comfortable, and just, shake it out and, and try again. Unfortunately, in this instance, we can't. But, next read, just, listen, man, this is no big deal.
You're not saying anything I don't know, so
A little,
I'm not mad.
little smoothie. Not a bad read, but yeah, smoothiosity.
Thank you, Eric. All right. Up next at the mic, it's Joe Pickard.
Joe Pickard.
Thank you, Mr. Mike. She's easy on the ear and adds color between the lines. It's Joe Pickard.
In this world, the adventure you've been waiting for is
Off. Oh, unfortunately, the world shut down for the safety of the planet, but don't let that stop you from eating out. In fact, you can still order all your faves and find tons of adventures on our new app. Hey, try using someone else's account and password. So strange. Why wouldn't they just put a limit on it? Anyway, adventures await with, lobster, brought to you by Let's Eat and someone else's password. Feed the beast within and let it roar. Let's eat.
JMC.
Yeah, I like you, Joe. That was fun. I love the open. You gave me a little more texture there, something warmer, and then you pivoted to pretty effortlessly conversational and having fun. I always put on a slightly different set of ears when I'm listening to UK talent because the presentation for the UK market's going to be a little bit different than it is for the US market. I think that's right on point for what I would hear on the air, on any of the major channels in the UK. Fun little quirks in there, a couple of little tiny ad libs, but nothing that overpowered the copy. I think that was aces.
The Selman, Mr. Selman.
I'm unmuted. I agree with Jay Michael.
I thought you were
I
just
it
giving
was
me
great.
one.
and I love listening to you too, Joe. Your transition from the top to the body was good. I think you could have slowed down just a little bit. Don't know if that was nerves or not, but I kind of want to enjoy your voice a little bit more. You kind of pulled it out quickly, and I wanted to savor it a little bit. Ad-lib's good, very light. Adventures await with lobster. I don't think you needed to sound surprised because you are an expert when it comes to this topic. Everything you're saying. But I thought it was really good. And slow down. I want to savor those pipes of yours. But good job. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cliff. Julianne.
Hey, Joe. I don't know if we've ever met before, have we? I don't
Not in
think so.
person, no.
No, crazy. Anyway, I loved it. It was brilliant. It's so playful, quirky, and funny. And you made some really brave sort of decisions, and it paid off. It worked really well. I don't understand why everybody's doing the first one and then not stopping for a breath before they do the next one. But it worked fine though. So yeah, no, well done. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. My favorite anchorman, Mr. Shepard.
Yeah, generally it was nice. I like that one. The switch there was good. Voice is fantastic. A lot of it worked for me. I don't know if that was like, cut and print. But generally, yeah, nice. You sounded, I think what they're really going for here is super real. Everything is supposed to be convo, but I think because it's, you are switching from that in a world type of thing, they're really going for real, or at least that's my interpretation of it. And I think you got pretty dang close to that. So, and you seemed nice. You seemed like someone I'd want to hang out with. So very nice.
I'll hang out with you any day. Thanks.
Thanks, Eric. And thanks, Joe Pickard. Of course, Pickard was from TNG. All right, half a world away, here's Vijayan Menon.
Hey,
Vijayan
good morning,
Menon.
everybody. Vijayan from India. It's wonderful to be here. I have no clue what am I doing early in the morning here. All I can say is it's fabulous, regardless of whatever happens. I think I'm just having fun, and it's so wonderful to connect with all you guys from different parts of the world. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. Having said that, I'm going to do my commercial read. In this world, the adventure you've been waiting for is off. Unfortunately, the world shut down for the safety of the planet. But don't let that stop you from eating out. In fact, you can still order all your faves and find tons of adventures on our new app. Hey, try using someone else's account and password. So strange why they wouldn't just put a limit on it. Adventures of 8 with lobster brought to you by Let's Eat and someone else's password. Feed the beast within and let it roar. Let's eat.
Mr. Lobster himself, J. Michael Collins.
I know you wrote this for me. It's so great to see you back, and congratulations on making it to the final. Really, really impressive. I remember you from the narration round, and you were a pleasure to listen to. I thought the trailer part was great. You've got big pipes. You know how to use them. You came in strong. For me, the issue is it never changed. You've got direction in the copy that says move into a normal voice, and I didn't hear that. I heard it may not have been the same power of the trailer at the beginning, but it stayed in kind of announcer mode from start to finish. So while it was technically a pretty decent execution of the script, I'm not sure it hit the mark of the direction that you saw in the copy. So that would be my biggest takeaway from it.
Choosing the correct mic, Cliff Zellman. Well, he didn't.
Sorry about that. This is going to be a short one. I totally agree with J. Michael. I thought the opening was great. I didn't hear the switch of character. I like the read, but I think that to really hit this, we really need to hear that contrast. But I thought the read was nice. I love your voice, love your accent. I think it's comforting. I'm gonna pretty much echo what J. Michael said. It was that transition that could have been a little bit wider, but other than that, good job.
JAD.
Uh-oh.
She pulled a Zellman.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Excuse me. That's the biggest grin I've seen from J. Michael all night. Pulled a Zellman. That's going down.
Well done. That was great. I watched your audition earlier as well. The narration round, and it was fantastic. I love the quality of your voice. And I really like the promo that you did there. I like the other one as well, but I thought you were stronger in that one. But it was fantastic. Beautiful voice, great accent. I love it. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Eric.
Look, unfortunately, I think you really pulled a Zellman on this one. No, I'm kidding. No, it wasn't. No, it was good. It was good. I'm kidding. At the top, you said, you were here to have fun. You were going to have fun. And you were happy to be here. And, that's what a lot of it sounded like to me. It sounded like you were having fun. It wasn't, necessarily the read of the century or perhaps maybe 100% what we were looking for, that kind of, really super believable type of guy or type of read. But I heard the smile, without looking at you. And it seemed like you were enjoying yourself. And that came across, in the read. And so for that, you get props from me.
Woo. Thank you, Vijayan. All right, getting some nods. It's the ever popular Ellie Rods.
Ellie
Hello,
Rods.
everyone. My name is Ellie Rods, and I must say chocolate chip cookies are my adrenaline, and I've had about 10 of them before, so I'm good to go. All right.
In this world, the adventure you've been waiting for is off? Unfortunately, the world shut down for the safety of the planet, but don't let that stop you from eating out. In fact, you can still order all your favorites and find tons of adventures on our new app. Hey, try using someone else's account and password? So strange. Why they wouldn't just put a limit on it? Adventures await, with lobster brought to you by Let's Eat. And someone else's password. Feed the beast within and let it roar. Let's eat.
MC.
Ellie, you were one of my favorites from one of the earlier rounds, and one of the things that always impressed me with you is your consistency. That just every read you come to play. I hear that here again. I've got a couple of little notes for you, but overall, you're tricky because it's easy for me to kind of let things slip because I like your approach so much. I'm going to give you just a couple of small points. The favorites. Again, back to what I said to Avery. Why? We don't need it. To me, it's not one of those things that brings anything extra to the copy. I felt a little bit as you started to get into the line about someone else's account and password that you were kind of going through the motions a little bit. I'm not sure I heard as much investment in there as we could have. That's a fun line, and it needs a little more play. And you're good at the quirky conversational play thing. Okay, 2 more seconds. But you've got to mean it. It's got to be connected. It's got to be real. That one I felt was just a little mailed in, but overall, pretty good.
Cliff.
I love the voice. I love the character. I'm not sure if you should have put a question mark at this someone else's account and password. But I thought that your connection was good overall. I thought your speed was good overall. Nothing really, no real criticism other than the adorable comes through. That's just the cute, the warmth, the positive, the young, the youth really came through. And I like that you kept the feed the beast within, let it roar more subdued rather than just, blurting it out there because it's in bold. Love the voice. Animation is, calling you if it hasn't already, which I'm sure it has. But loved it, enjoyed it, thought it was great.
Ileana.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was really characterful. Your personality, I think, came through, and it's so lovely to hear that. You've got a really good range to your voice as well. When you started out, it was really low, and then higher at different points. I think it's obviously really good for animation. I thought I heard a little bit of nervous breathing in between. Totally understandable. But I just thought it was brilliant. So good luck and well done.
And of course, the man who looks like he's on a post office wanted poster, Eric Shepard.
I loved it. I'm a judge a book by its cover guy. Sometimes you hear a voice that you like that erases a lot of bad things about a read sometimes, because you just go, wow, overall, what a voice. He or she sounds so fantastic. And you've got something about, there's a spark that just comes across pretty quickly. And so, that covers a multitude of sins. Not that there was a million sins here, but to give you some criticism, obviously you're not a trailer girl, but it was good. But I think you were really trying to inject a lot of personality into this, big block of copy here, and it was a little hit or miss. A lot of times it worked, but you were going for kind of fun and quirky, and that's great. But sometimes it has to be with a lot of intention, and you have to go, am I going up on this? Am I going down on that? Instead of just being flat out fun and relatable, if that makes any sense. So a little more intention in the read, I think, would have worked. But otherwise, you're fantastic. So it's good to hear you.
Now, the buzzer didn't go off when I was talking, so I'm going to jump in and say one more thing. I would love to hear a second read. Not that we're going to do it, but I mean, if that was the run through, second read, I bet would absolutely be stellar.
Thank you, Cliff. And thank you, Ellie. What can I say about this next performer except Ine Katapliktiki? Here's Ileana Spirakis.
Hello, yeses. I am Greek. I'm very excited to be here, and honestly, I'm excited it's online because I would have inevitably had to cook something for each of you or bring you some sort of Greek food, so load off of me for that. So, okay, ready? In this world, the adventure you've been waiting for is off. Unfortunately, the world shut down for the safety of the planet, but don't let that stop you from eating out. In fact, you can still order all your faves and find tons of adventures on our new app. Hey, try using someone else's account and password. So strange why they wouldn't just put a limit on it? Adventures await, with lobster brought to you by Let's Eat and someone else's password. Feed the beast within and let it roar. Let's eat.
King of Butter.
Oh.
I'm coming for you, Mr. Mike. Ileana, you were also one of my favorites from the animation round, and I just still remember that the first read that you did just brought so much. I think commercial is an area where there's a little work to do for you. This is not bad. I think you get what you're trying to do here, and you hit the notes, you made the pivots. I'm hearing a little reading in there in places. I think you did do a good job of coming into being, less is more and more conversational for the most part once you made that turn. But I'm not hearing as much connection I would like. It feels like you're throwing kind of like emphasis darts, and you're just coloring some words for effect, and there's not a whole lot of method to the madness. So I mean, animation is where you live. I will never forget the read you did for your first one in that session. Little work to do on commercial, but I mean, a lot of potential there, and a good effort.
Thank you.
You just like doing that, you jerk.
No, it's automatic. And he pulled his Zelman again.
How many Emmys does he have?
Now I have to run through it because I've already burned up 15 seconds.
JMC literally jumped out of his chair. He leaned back and literally disappeared. That was awesome.
He's waiting.
Nice Zelman. Nice Zelman.
Cliff, I reset it. Go.
I liked it. I thought it was a little disjointed in times. I think that you were trying to maybe hate, now I need to put in this character. Now I need to put in this character. We moved around a little bit throughout the read. So the consistency was lacking a little bit, but I thought that, again, as a first read, I thought it was really good. I thought the top of it was a lot of fun, and it started to kind of fall apart right around the middle when it's almost sounded like you were trying to catch up a little bit. And you know what? I need to put a little extra here. I need to put a little extra here. The competitive edge that you may have. I don't think that it was needed. I think that when you started with unfortunately, the world was shut down, staying in that character may have been a little bit more effective. But other than that, I think it was fun. And I like those different little characters. I think they just need to be more worked out. And emphasis darts, JMC, you said that? I like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got 15 words in a sentence, you pick one, you got a 1 in 14 chance of being wrong. So let the emotion do it rather than throwing the darts. I like that.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not
Yeah.
going to need any more.
That was really, really fun to listen to. It's nice to have that variety. It keeps it interesting, and I thought you got the humor right, and I really enjoyed it. Sorry, I know how nerve-wracking it is to do it and feel this need to sort of perform, and I think that, like Cliff said, if you were to do that again, it would be just perfect. So that was really good though, really good, I thought. So well done and good luck.
Thank you.
Opa.
Mr. Shepard.
I'm sorry for Julie. She's really not that mean. She's just sorry. I'm sorry about her. I'm feeling a little bit of the same. I was looking for maybe a little, it seemed a little not cohesive there. I wasn't exactly sure who you were. Right when you made the turn in the beginning, I was like, okay, great, this is going to work. And I thought it worked. And then you were a little bit happier, or you were a little bit quirkier, or, and then by the end, it seemed like, and then you were just really going for it. But it wasn't like it ramped up. And so then it made sense, or, I'm not sure if it always kind of, if your personality choices were matching with the copy, or they were just coming out of somewhere to seem real or to seem relatable. So it was a little, a little more sameness throughout the read, I think would have sold it a bit more. But, I heard the smile again, and, so that was nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eric. All right. Hey, home audience, we need your help. Write your comments in the chat and tell us who you would pick and help us choose our winners. And speaking of winners, it's time to announce just a few of our special mentions. The Get Mike team will be in touch by email with your prizes. They will also be posted online, but here are some of our special mention prize winners. Congratulations to the following: Best Accent, Lizzie Wofford; Best Puppet, Brian Gochua; Best Slapstick Comedy, J-Rocks; Most Colorful Inspiration, Sarah Gleason; Best Costume, Birdie Tracks; Breaking the Norm, Jess Pierce; Best location, Ileana Spirakis. Best live inspiration, Lee Arscott. Warmest storyteller, Doug Bartling Jr. Now, that's only the beginning. There are many more to be announced. So, grab some nachos and a soft drink and a hunk of lobster, and let's get back to the show. All right, judges.
And we're back.
I'm pulling a Zellman. I'm using the Zellman music.
Awesome.
All right. Well, that was fun. We're moving on, aren't we?
Yes,
to the narration round. And we've got a new panel of judges. Look at that. They just throw them right out. It's unreal.
Yeah, they're gone.
They are. So let's meet our next panel of award-winning judges. This powerhouse has over 30 years of working in the talent business. She is the founder and CEO of Cast Talent, an online platform for connecting talent to work. She and her team have just launched Cast Voices, their first vertical that serves the voiceover community. Prior to Cast Talent, she was the founder of the Atherton Group, CAG Talent Agency, a successful boutique tribe at the top of the talent in the business that consistently landed in the top 1%. 1%, that is, on IMDb. With all this success, she is actually most proud of 4 grown children who put philanthropy first. She and her 17-year-old pup Fish, Fish, call Austin home. Please welcome the most amazing Liz Atherton.
That's all you need. Just call me Queen Bee. Hi, everybody. Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
We're glad to have you.
Thank you.
All right. What can I say about this next incredibly exciting, amazing person who's going to be at the judges' podium? He's a top voice talent, an entertainer that you know, but will never reveal his true identity, whether it's the top voice of a television network or the multitude of voices on primetime cartoons, from radio and television commercials, promo for TV, movies, trailers, radio imaging, narration, and animated television shows and features. He's done and said it all. He's acted in several plays and written comedy and drama for radio and animation. He has done 80 unreplaced voices and everything from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt to the Many Saints of Newark. He is me, Mr. Mike. Guess who? I'll never tell. All right. This next judge, I gotta tell you. Yo, baby, it's time to meet our next judge. He's the best. Rock and roll. We're thrilled to announce our next judge, who is the Ultimate VO Survivor 2020 Narration Champion. That's why I didn't compete. Newer to the voice acting world, he is now an award-winning voice actor, film actor, and writer. Wow, I didn't know that. Alexander, he made his TV film debut with a small speaking role of book clerk on episode 9 of Estrella y Mar of Lodge 49. He is the next up-and-coming, so keep looking for him in his director and producer debut of Burnt. You must be excited to be on that side of the stage this year. Welcome, Alexander V. Cantrell.
What's up, everybody? I hope you can hear me okay. I hope I don't sound crazy.
You do.
It's good seeing everybody. Man, I'm so honored to be here next to all these fantastic people. This is wild. I'm in the car right now, so if I sound wild, that's why. But I'm doing the best I can to be here for you guys. For everybody else, this is going to be awesome. You guys rock. Let's have some fun.
And just don't get a ticket, Alexander. Next up, yo, she's judge extraordinaire. She's Get Mike's very own Deb Monroe. Row your boats into my
Thank you, Mr. Mike. And I should just mention Alexander's returning champion from last year. We should add that in there. He won this category last year, so it's great to have you back, Alexander. And I'm here already. We already know who I am, so let's get this show on the road.
Let's
It's
do it.
exciting.
All right, the next round is narration documentary. First up is Joe Picard.
Woohoo! Go, Joe.
She's sublime, she's divine, and tonight, ladies and gentlemen, she's performing online. It's Joe Picard. A new arrival lights up the pride. Little Rory will be one of the largest carnivores and most powerful predators in Africa, and the second largest species in the cat family. Even heat cannot dull one of the cub's most driving urges to feed. But Rory spends most of his day playing, which is serious business for baby lions, stalking each other, playing hide and seek and wrestling, till they collapse in a puddle of whiskers and paws. With this, they develop vital skills that they use later in life when they have to hunt for themselves. After 2 years, their father will drive Rory away from the pride. While this may seem cruel, this is a very important instinct, which causes the father to do away with the competition. This action prevents inbreeding in the pride.
Thank you. Liz.
Wow. What you just have such a lovely voice. In terms of the read, it felt a little lighthearted for me for such kind of, impactful news. A little bit sluggish, but I mean, gosh, I would listen to you tell me about lions every single day. I mean, such talent. So well done, Joe.
Thanks, Liz. Mr. Mike, you're next. All I have to say is very smooth, good read. And I agree with Liz. A little pace would be good, and a little gravitas to it. And then the endings of each of your sentences, try and change them up every so often so it doesn't get sing-songy and repetitive. All right, Mr. Cadrell, you're next, sir.
Yeah, I completely agree with Mr. Mike and Liz. I think the musicality and rhythm of it, and that's something that I find that I struggle with. It's like speeding through my read, or like just adding a bit more speed to it so that it doesn't fall into that monotonous kind of rhythm and sound. But again, your voice is beautiful. So yes, absolutely in love with the read either way.
Thanks, Alexander. Deb?
Hey, so Joe, you know what? I want to call it your Picard. It's the Picard signature. You have a vocal tone that you do, and it's a signature in everything you do. And I love your signature, but if you give it to me too many times in a small amount of time, it feels like too much for me. So that's the sentence ending that Mr. Mike was talking about. And I think what would have really cinched it for me was more dynamics. If you could have gone a little more intimate in some moments, which would have given me a lot more of that strength, actually. Even though, it doesn't have to be powerful. I love you in documentary. I think you're beautiful in documentary, but I do think you need a little more vocal variety inside of that so that you are bringing in different types of moments. So, and then there's just this cadence of similarity to you. And I'm, as much as I like it, again, just watch the repetition of that. But you just have this tone that we just are dying to hear. So thank you for that. It's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Sorry, we had to play you off there, Deb. All right, thanks, Joe. Up next, the Greek goddess, Ileana Spirakis.
Hello, Ileana. My name is Ileana Spirakis. I am from Thessaloniki, currently in Toronto. And cool thing, both the film festivals of these cities are called TIFF. Okay. Ready?
You betcha.
A new arrival lights up the pride. Little Rory will be one of the largest carnivores and most powerful predators in Africa, and the second largest species in the cat family. Even heat cannot dull one of the cub's most driving urges to feed. But Rory spends most of his day playing, which is serious business for baby lions. Stalking each other, playing hide and seek, and wrestling, till they collapse in a puddle of whiskers and paws. With this, they develop vital skills that they will use later in life, when they have to hunt for themselves. After 2 years, their father will drive Rory away from the pride. While this may seem cruel, this is a very important instinct which causes the father to do away with competition. This action prevents inbreeding in the pride.
Liz.
Bravo, bravo. Again, these voices tonight are just beautiful. I felt like it was a little breathy for me. Through the whole thing, it just felt a little breathy. I loved how you were smiling when you were talking, when you were the Cubs, and you brought in that lightheartedness at that time. Thought that really transitioned well. At the end, I think I might have liked it to be a little bit more serious. But a great read. I mean, like the boys were saying at the previous thing, if that were your first read, your second read would knock it out of the park. And not that one wasn't great. So bravo, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Liz. I totally agree with Liz. Watch your breathing. And part of the thing is to do some breathing exercises so you can go longer without being too breathy. And when you get to the end of those odd cadences, that's what will throw you off. So with breathing technique, you'll find it a lot easier, but you have a great ear. It's amazing. Alexander. And he's frozen.
He's frozen.
Froze in the car.
It's kind of hard to drive and judge at the same time. So, okay, well, I'll just go until either he comes back or we'll move on if we have to. Ileana, you know what? There he is. He's there.
Okay, Alexander, you go.
You want to try again?
I'm sorry. Did I break out? I broke out.
Were you able to hear her at least? Were you able to? Oh, you're
frozen again.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think the reception's pretty bad. You might have to either pull over or we'll have to figure something out. So I'll just carry on for now. Ileana, you have such a beautiful soul in you. And what I hear is intense excitement in everything you do, which is actually a compliment, not anything else, but a compliment, because you have this passion, you have this beautiful passion, even when you're doing something that's more intimate. So I loved hearing the transition from you going into something intimate. I really appreciated that a lot. I know that was a big deal for you. The breath did get in the way. But I believe it's because you're so excited. I believe it's an excitement that you just can't hide. And there's this beautiful, intense passion about you. I would encourage you to play with this character. I like the idea of what you're doing with the character. Just understanding a bit more what this industry would require a bit more, I think would help you just stitch it up a little bit better. But I really, really loved and appreciated where you took this. So thank you so much for doing that. Awesome.
Thank you.
Alexander's back.
I am back.
Go ahead, Alexander. Well, we got you.
I'm worried.
Yes, thank you. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, Ileana, fantastic read. I think there was a bit of breath control work that could be done there. Also, do you ask yourself every time you read a narration, do you see it? Do you see what's happening? Because then that gives you everything that you need in the narration to give it precisely what it needs. So, but fantastic read. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ileana. All right, in the booth next, the great Avery Luna.
Avery, you're up. Are you muted? The process of technology.
Hello.
There you are.
Hey, sorry about that.
Once again, I'm Avery Luna. Let's see here. I'm 6'7.5", and I make a joke about being nervous. Well, I did pee like 14 times today. Cool. Sure, that's it, I guess.
A new arrival lights up the pride. Little Rory will be one of the largest carnivores and most powerful predators in Africa, and the second largest species in the cat family. Even the heat can't dull one of the cub's most driving urges, to feed. But Rory spends most of his day playing, which is very serious business for baby lions, stalking each other, playing hide and seek, and wrestling until they collapse into a puddle of whiskers and paws. With this, they develop vital skills that they'll later use in life when they have to hunt for themselves. After 2 years, the father will drive Rory away from the pride. While this may seem cruel, this is a very important instinct, which causes the father to do away with competition. This action prevents inbreeding in the pride.
Oh, Avery, I love your take on this, very much toward a younger audience. I felt like that's where you were going with it. You know, I mean, when I'm first listening, it felt a little rushed to me. I felt like I was trying to catch up with the words you were saying. But your tonal quality was great. I like the way you added some. I could visualize some of your words. And again, I just really think your take on it was really interesting. It wasn't. It just felt like you were talking to a younger crowd, and I think that was a good choice.
Yeah, it's little Rory.
I agree with Liz on everything. The beginning was a little rushed, but what I'd like to hear as well is, you know, with that sort of youthful idea in mind, is also to find that space at the back where, you know, dumping him out of the pride makes it a little more serious. So I want to hear just a bit of seriousness there. Other than that, it's great. Alexander, are you still on the road? A lot. There he is.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to make this transition as smooth as possible. Fantastic read. I just got done running. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Fantastic read. Man, you've got a fantastic voice. And yes, you visualized. I could see it. I could see what you were saying. And that's always a plus. I don't think I'm advanced enough to even give critique. Just a fantastic read,
Copy.
man.
I was
Fantastic
too fast
read.
in the beginning. Come on.
No. I'll let the more experienced people. But well done. Good job, man.
Now you did win a competition, Alexander. You swept the house. You did great. All right, Avery, love your approach to this. What I wrote down was it really just depends on the audience who you choose, and I actually love the approach that you chose to that. I thought that was very clever. One of the things that I really liked that I haven't heard yet as much is even though it could afford to slow down in some spots to give more room for visuals, you were one of the ones that actually did kind of slow it down a little more so far. And I appreciate that because with documentary, there's visuals. And so typically we won't necessarily voice for a big long scene necessarily. There might be a whole bunch of visuals in between each of these paragraphs and moments. So it's important that we take each one in its moment, not necessarily just a storyline all the way through. And you were starting to give me some of that. So with a second direction, I would be able to just slow you down the parts I wanted. But I really loved your approach to it. I like that you kind of made it cute. It was unexpected. Definitely not something I would have expected for here. So I appreciated it. And I thought you owned that.
Thank you, Avery. Next up, the intriguing Jamie Wells.
Woohoo.
Hi, everybody. It's days like these that I wonder if my anxiety medication needs to be like bumped way up. So let's just get into this. A new arrival lights up the pride. Little Rory will be one of the largest carnivores and most powerful predators in Africa, and the second largest species in the cat family. Even heat cannot dull one of the cub's most driving urges, to feed. But Rory spends most of his day playing, which is serious business for baby lions, stalking each other, playing hide and seek and wrestling till they collapse in a puddle of whiskers and paws. With this, they develop vital skills that they will use later in life when they have to hunt for themselves. After 2 years, their father will drive Rory away from the pride. While this may seem cruel, this is a very important instinct, which causes the father to do away with competition. This action prevents inbreeding in the pride.
Your diction is just to die for. I mean, I was just so impressed. I was just almost mesmerized by it. I say this with all the love in the world. I'm not sure documentary is your sweet spot.
Oh, I know that.
Oh, just my take on things over here. But I felt like if you were reading to and teaching some kids, that you're spot on. But I feel like a documentary needs a little bit more drama and a little bit more pull you in and a little bit more, just make, kind of envelop you in the story. I mean, I don't want to discourage you, but anyway, it was, I mean, your voice is fantastic and that diction of yours, girl. So it was great. But you just keep giving that your old college try.
Net Geo Kids, here I
Yeah.
Let's just set it all for me. And again, find some drama and comedy in there and bring that to your read. And I think you could actually pull off narration if you played with it for a while and if you take those tidbits of advice. Alexander.
Yeah. I like fantastic voice. Excellent diction. Yeah, you gotta see it. You gotta see what's happening there. When the Cubs are playing, how cute they look, how stern and how serious that action is for Papa Lion to make that decision, right? And it tells the story emotionally if you really witness it. But great job, and like Mr. Mike said, keep going. You never know what you'll find, right?
Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome, Jamie. You know what? I felt like it was more of a narration read than a documentary read. So that kind of became a bit of the difference for me. There wasn't much emotion. And so even though it was a nice read, it didn't have enough emotion to draw me into the scene to see what you were seeing. And so there you go back to the visualization. One thing about you is you have a voice that stands out, period, cuts through. So I would love for you to have chosen this to be for kids more so, actually. I would love for you to have chosen this to be a little more cutesy in some spots and not going with the typical documentary, because I wouldn't cast you in the typical documentary, Jamie. You don't have the typical documentary voice, but does then that mean you can't nail this and bring this to, absolutely. It just might change the demographic of it, which is why we left it a little open for you guys, so you could make some of those choices. But I love your voice, and you're coming along beautifully. Good stuff, Jamie.
Thanks, Jamie. Next up, give it up for L.E. Rods.
Woohoo!
Hello, everyone. My name is Ellie Rods, and in part of my preparation for the competition, I may or may not have listened to Hakuna Matata like 10 times.
A new arrival lights up the pride. Little Rory will be one of the largest carnivores and most powerful predators in Africa, and the second largest species in the cat family. Even heat cannot dull one of the cub's most driving urges to feed. But Rory spends most of his days playing, which is serious business for baby lions, stalking each other, playing hide and seek, and wrestling till they collapse in a puddle of whiskers and paws. With this, they develop vital skills that they will use later in life when they have to hunt for themselves. After 2 years, their father will drive Rory away from the pride. While this may seem cruel, this is a very important instinct, which causes the father to do away with competition. This action prevents inbreeding in the pride.
So this little voice of yours, it's lovely. I felt though that there was a little bit of an inconsistency in where was it a narration? Was it a documentary? It was just a little bit of inconsistency in the drama. You had a little bit of a rough start, and then you found your sweet spot, and then kind of got into it. There's been a couple of other reads we were talking about earlier. I don't know if you're hearing them or not, but where they took a younger audience and they approached a younger audience. And that might have been, I mean, I'm piggybacking on what Deb said previously, but that might have been a really good approach with you with this lovely light voice of yours. I mean, you got talent oozing out your body. This one might need a little bit of work, but thank you very much.
Thank you.
For me, I'm going to steal something from Alexander and say the same sort of thing. Visualize the words and then make the audience visualize the words so that you'll get to that place much faster. And again, for you, breathing exercises as well, because you're not over breathing, but it might help you with your pacing and with your the way you're reading, so you don't get caught up on some words. And we know it's a bit of nerves and everything else, but you did great.
Thank you.
So I felt the ride, and I was going along with it. I was afraid it was going to be a little sexy at the beginning, but we quickly got past that, and it was and I'm going to give you the best and the worst advice or critique, right? I just need a little more. I just needed a little more feeling into the piece, but good job.
So I'm going to go in a little bit of a different direction, Ellie. I actually loved your opening. I actually really loved where the character was sitting for narration. You had me right there, and I was like, oh, yes. Okay, here's a nice documentary read, which I wouldn't expect from you because I do expect you to be more animated. And then you added that cute, and it was actually the cute that took me out, which is weird for me to say because I love you in cute. Oh my God. So if you just chose for this to just be kids and then took that from the beginning, then it would have been a different feel, or vice versa. But I agree with what Liz said. It almost got confusing where, okay, is this more documentary now, or is it actually all of a sudden more for kids? So even though I love the cute and I love the texture and tone in your voice, I actually loved where you were in the opening. And so I would keep going in that direction for you with documentary, even though not everybody necessarily agreed with that. But I love that intimacy that you brought in, and it was mysterious. And I love that about documentary. It's one of my favorite things about voicing documentary is that mysteriousness to it. So I'm in and out of it. I thought if it was more consistent, it would have been just amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ellie. All right. Still awake. Fantastic. The JN Menon.
Woohoo.
Hey, everybody, this is Vijayan Menon from Mumbai, India. It's early morning here, and with the hope that the day will get only better and better as it moves, I'm going to do my narration read. A new arrival lights up the pride. Little Rory will be one of the largest carnivores and most powerful predators in Africa, and the second largest species in the cat family. Even heat cannot dull one of the cub's most driving urges to feed. But Rory spends most of his day playing, which is serious business for baby lions, stalking each other, playing hide and seek and wrestling till they collapse in a puddle of whiskers and paws. With this, they develop vital skills that they will use later in life when they have to hunt for themselves. After 2 years, their father will drive Rory away from the pride. While this may seem cruel, this is a very important instinct which causes the father to do away with competition. This action prevents inbreeding in the pride.
You can talk to me all day long. I mean, what a voice. I think you're so well matched to documentaries. I just thought it was great. A little bit at the beginning, I wanted to hear a little bit more of your chest voice. You kind of stayed up in this area right here, and I kind of wanted you to go down, but then you really got into it later in it, and I was just mesmerized with your voice. I don't have a whole lot of criticism. I'm gonna let these really smart people after me pick your part, but I thought it was just lovely to listen to. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I feel the same way. It's a great read. Just towards the end, just get a little more serious on those parts, and then at the very end, be sort of non-judgmental in your final couple of lines there, because that's just about it. But overall, just an amazing read. Alexander.
Man, yeah, your voice is built for this, right? Yeah, I could listen to this documentary, for as long as it lasts. I binge this. Well done. Well done, man. Well done.
Well done. Awesome.
Thank you.
You know what? This is why you're here. Listen to that. Like, wow. I am so in love with your accent and your voice that nothing else matters for me. I just think that I thought you actually did absolutely nailed this. I thought you did a fantastic job on it. I would, as a director, of course, I can't wait to play and have some fun with you, but this is so your home, and I know you've already been working for a long time, but I can't wait to watch all you do. You make me love and adore your accent. It's just stunning. And I applaud you for that. I'm in love with what you do with it. And this is your home. Narration Documentary is your home. So I look forward to hearing you in animation, because I want to see how much you play, because to me, you become a rarity. You're a rarity for me. I just think you're a rarity. Great job.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to Jan, and thank you, Deb. All right. Little cleanup time here. It's that time again, folks. Write your comments in the chat and tell us who you would pick for the narration round. The judges, well, we have our work cut out for us. I'm part of that tonight. Amazing. So while we're putting it in for the top of people in the narration category, let's take an opportunity to announce a few more special mentions. I'm typing in my choices as we're speaking. Again, the Get Mike team will be in touch with your prizes by email, and they will be posted online. But in the meantime, here are some of our special mention prize package winners. Congratulations to Best Video Game Performance Without a Slate, Megan Humans. Best Service, Cedric Boswell. Very first audition, Dennis Hall. Not the hockey player, I don't think. Best Social Media, Molly Rock and Scott W. Fields. Most colorful, Eric Gui. Best Singer, help me with this one, Deb.
Oh.
I said it right.
What did you say?
Aladel V.
I don't even know.
Okay, that's good enough for me. Best bodily fluid. Who wrote that? Not me. Linda Del Grego. Most multiple personality. Notice we didn't even make that a multiple. Chris Einspar. If I said your name wrong, forgive me. It's the tequila which Deb will be enjoying tomorrow in Mexico. So there's still more to come, and the fun is just beginning. So grab yourself a drink. Alexander, don't you, because you were driving, and something to snack on while we hear from one of our founding sponsors.
As humanity begins to emerge from one of its greatest challenges, we are here to once again show you just how far we can carry you.
Okay, you don't have a portfolio. What you do have is 2 kids, a job, and a side hustle. You're getting by and don't want to compromise on quality.
Hoy en día todos pueden saber tu nombre, tu fecha de nacimiento, qué hora te levantas, qué comes, qué alergias tienes, cuánto pesas. Saben absolutamente todo.
Check out your favorite artists' performances, picks, latest music news, and interviews online now.
This course is dedicated to educating associates at all levels on the topic of bias. Please click the arrow to begin Module 1, What is Bias?
It's about goals, breaking barriers you never thought possible. Being fit, that's just extra.
Hey, it's JMC, and I just wanted to say thank you for being a part of Get Mike, the voiceover industry's only American Idol-style competition show. Now back to the madness of Ellie Ray and Deb.
Back, and that means... yeah! Just when you thought it was safe to go and use the facilities, kapow! Round 3 is coming at you live from the Get Mike website and Facebook Live. So sit back, like, share, get ready for some Thanksgiving celebrations to all the folks down in the US of A, which is not spelled EH, guys, in Canada. And cheer on your favorite VO for the most anticipated round of the evening. It's animation. And boy, we have some powerhouse judges for you. All right. Well, this one's an easy one because she's sitting in that left chair. You know her well. She is my gal, Ellie Ray. Say something, Elle.
Oh, can I just say how much I love you all? And I wish I was judging the other categories. It was so hard for me to not be talking about it. I just want to say really quickly, all winners. I love you all. That's all I have to say for tonight.
Totally agree. All right. Everything's all kind of, people will tell you it's kind of interesting day today, but here we go. Oh yeah. She's an award-winning, multi-nominated stage, film, TV, and video actress. Her voice is fresh off the #1 movie in the world. Oh yeah, Dune. Okay. So let's review some fun career highlights. Captain Phasma, or Phasma, as some people say, in the Emmy-nominated Star Wars Resistance, plus Lego Star Wars, countless AAA and indie video games, Skyrim, Fallout 4, Elder Scrolls, and a hot mom in one of the most famous comedies of all time, Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah. Also, the show that put her on the map as a sci-fi icon, Lex. She's the current voice of Disneyland at the World of Colors and a frequent guest at San Diego Comic-Con and judge for the Annie Animation Awards in LA. She wants everyone to have fun tonight and be their fabulous selves, which I'm doing. She is my secret weapon, and she is Ellen Dubin.
Wow, I sound like I'm in a pageant here. Everybody have a great time. I'm thrilled to be here. I don't want to take any time from the voiceover actors. Mwah. Have fun.
Fantastic. Well, another fabulous pageantry entry is the champion in the animation category from 2020, an award-winning improviser. That's what I was just doing. I was improvising here because I lost my page. Voice actor and theater creator from Toronto, Ontario. This wild and crazy personality is entertaining, talented, and ready to help our future contestants enter the Ultimate VO Survivor Spotlight. He is an animation character powerhouse, and we are grateful to have him join our stage one more time. As a voice actor, he played characters for Disney's Kids, Nelvana, and CBC Comedy, and lent his voice to a dozen commercials for TV and radio. He's a world's biggest improv tournament finalist. Whoa, a writer and performer in Toronto's 24-hour sketch festival, and the creator and co-host of Bad Improv, a bi-monthly improv comedy show. He's also the host and creator of TOVO Podcast, a weekly interview show featuring the very best from Toronto's voiceover community. Jonathan Sconsa, nice to have you back.
Hey everybody, I'm just honored to be here and sit on this panel of amazing women. Look who I'm sitting with. This is insane. Yeah, you mentioned the TOVO podcast. All of these people on the panel have been on that podcast. So if you would like to listen to them and have their wisdom be just rain down on you, go ahead and check out the TOVO podcast on all your podcast places.
And you looked a lot like Kim Harden, I must say, at the beginning.
Close. What can I say? This amazing woman is a voice casting director with 30 years of experience. She must have started when she was 4 under her belt. She's appeared as a voice specialist on TV, radio, and in print, and has been dubbed the Queen of Voice by ACTRA. She is the preeminent voice director for video games in Toronto and has worked on many of Ubisoft's biggest franchises, including Far Cry, been on it, Ghost Recon, Watch Dogs, and Assassin's Creed. Nope. Kim is a judge for the Daytime Emmys for Best Animation VO. Her own animation credits include Molly of Denali, Ollie's Pack. Is that right? That's correct. The Remarkable Mr. King, DN Ace, Blues Clues and You, The Magic School Bus Rides Again, First, Agent Pinky, Rust Rivets, and Max and Ruby. This past summer, she became the executive manager of On the Mic Training and successfully opened an East Coast branch of this voiceover school that has classes for every single genre of VO. You know, they say you never forget your first, and she's mine. Please welcome Kim Harden.
Thank you, Mr. Mike.
It's true.
No, I know it is true.
You discovered.
I remember.
She did.
But we won't say who you really are.
No, because my real name is Mary.
That's right.
All right.
Thank you so much for having me. Okay, I'm going to shut up.
No, me too.
Let's have some fun.
Let's do it. Let's have some animation. We're calling on our first animation VO, Ileana Spirakis.
I didn't know I was going first, but yay, because I have all the butterflies in my stomach. So I'm excited to play Ileana Spirakis for the animation.
Wowzer, guys! I haven't had this much fun since the last universe I had to take over. I just gotta say it. You guys are the best universe so far! When we first came here, very first thing we were told was how great it is here, so many parks to choose from, and of course, to stay away from the city where the flesh-eating bubble blob lives. 'Cause yeah, apparently it's pretty much the worst thing you could ever experience. Don't growl at me, stomach. You're not the boss of me. Okay, maybe you're a little bit the boss. Where to find food? Where to find food? Under this rock? No, that's a dirty sock. Ew. Oh boy, this cub's gonna find food fast. Wow! I think I just threw up so many times in my mouth, but that was awesome. Okay, but it was also very scary, and I think Chubbs live streamed the whole thing, and now they're all calling me Ralphie. I mean, Ralphie sounds cool. Yeah, they're calling me Ralphie. The shadows are my domain. Those who trespass may find themselves adrift in the darkness. I am the shadow. Hear me. There can be no honor amongst traitors. Let's end this quickly. Draw your final breath.
Wow. Okay, that's me. I've peed a little. There's so much going on there. I have to change my diaper. Okay. Wow. So much there. I mean, the kitchen sink throwing in. I'm a person who likes the kitchen sink. I love it. There's a lot going on. Switch ups, musicality, hip hop, morphing, unbelievable. It was great. I loved all that you brought to the table. I would have liked a Once Upon a Time to your audition. I thought you hit hard and you hit tonally in a pitch. I would have liked you to kind of stick closer to that character. That character, Rory, became, I wasn't sure how many elements of Rory was. So it actually became many parts of Rory, except it felt like because you didn't morph into certain blobs, like you needed to, you did it at the end. You went, wow, that's 45 seconds. I loved it. Anyway, goodbye.
You don't have to introduce me. I'm going right into it. You are a joy, an absolute joy. When I hear you, you make me smile. I want to hug you. I'm going to go off what Ellie Ray just said. I got a little confused. It became a little schizophrenic, and I like the different choices, but I wasn't sure at times who you were talking to. And just for the audience wondering what the hell happened to her in the middle of the copy, she switches kind of into a video game character, which I thought it was more about your voice as opposed to who you were talking to, and exactly the transformation wasn't bad, but I would like to have felt, why did Rory switch into that demon character? What was your thought process? I didn't see hear the transformation. Okay, and that's in a lot of the copy was a little bit disjointed, but I think the take risks is fabulous.
It needs to be more than 45 seconds for animation. Who made that rule?
You did.
Good work. Mwah.
Hi, Ileana. It's great to
Hi,
see you.
John.
Yes. So a lot of great things have been said by the previous two judges. So I'll just focus in on one specific thing in the transformation part of the script. There could, I think, if the audience could see the picture of these characters that Ileana is playing, one of them is the most adorable little lion, and the other one is this terrifying green alien creature that looks like Ellie is showing there. Yeah, it's kind of dark, but it's just this terrifying creature. So I think imagining physically what would need to happen to this cute little creature in order for this thing to come out. And then once that awful bone-breaking transformation has happened, maybe just a moment to breathe in this new character and have us sit in this now lurching, terrifying thing would have given us a second. But great job.
Thank you.
When you do promo, you know what 45 is in your head. Kim?
Hello, Ileana. Awesome. I love the first voice that you gave. Super cute. Loved it. I love the choice. And then, as the others were saying, it moved off of that. And so for me, just listening as casting, it felt inconsistent. And so I need to hear more consistency in the character itself, just so I know that if I place you in the show, you're going to be able to do that and be consistent throughout all of the records. And then to talk about something super specific, to me, that wasn't a roar. It was more of a screech. So I would have preferred to hear a roar, like something really big instead of the super high pitch roar thingy. And I'm not in narration, so I don't know when 45 seconds is. So I'm done.
Thank you very much.
And guess what? You're amazing because it hits in 3, 2, 1, now. There we go. Thanks so much. Up next is Vijay and Menon. Oh, you pulled a Zellman.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Vijay Menon here from India.
That will stop now.
Not very much my zone, but I'm going to give it a try. Wowzer, guys. I haven't had this much fun since the last universe I had to take over. I just gotta say it. You guys are the best universe so far. When we first came here, very first thing we were told was how great it is here. So many parks to choose from. And of course, to stay away from the city where the flesh-eating bubble blob lives. Because yeah, apparently it's pretty much the worst thing you could ever experience. Don't growl at me, stomach. You're not the boss of me. Huh. Okay, maybe you're a little bit the boss. Oh boy, this cop's got to find food fast. Wow! I think I just threw up in my mouth so many times. That was awesome. Okay, but it was also very scary. And I think Chubbs live streamed the whole thing, and now they're all calling me Ralphie. The shadows are my domain. Those who trespass may find themselves adrift in the darkness. I am the shadow. Hear me roar. There can be no honor among traitors. Let's end this quickly. Draw your final breath.
Great. Vijay, and some beautiful stuff. I know this isn't your wheelhouse, so thank you very much for going there. You had a very cute, compressed little sound, which was really nice. And because we asked you to morph many times in this script, it's difficult to come back to your, as Kim mentioned, your original character. And you want to kind of maintain that. So the surprises are when you gush in a loud, big way, even if it is as the little character, morph it, make a growl that will help you land it rather than try to just move it, because then we kind of struggle moving around. I thought there was some nice switching. I would have loved laughter. This is a joyful little character, and I felt you were, because you're thinking about it a little bit, probably there was an earnest performance in it. Just bring that joy into it. The growl was beautiful in the switch up in the end, and I think you could have gushed even more because you've got pipes, man. You've got pipes, but it says screams in battle. Oh, quiet. I'm going to keep talking. Screams in battle, and you know that scream is a blood curdling, mouth open, saliva falling out of your mouth, your guts vomiting out scream. So when you work on that, just push into that a little bit more. But beautiful stuff. You've got a great voice, and there's room for you in this industry here.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was pleasantly surprised at the beginning. I thought it was kind of neat that it was a more pulled back performance, because a lot of animation now is not all cartoony stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's a lot of like DreamWorks stuff has more realistic approach. So I really like the start of it. I agree with Ellie Ray. It got a little inconsistent, sort of like the first contestant where you didn't quite stick to the first voice. I'm going to go to the video game thing because that's more my expertise. The scream in the battle, again, comes from the pelvis, right from your gut. And why are you screaming in battle? There's got to be a reason. Who are you talking to? How far is that? How far are you screaming? Are you over a hill talking to 100 men or 5 men or whatever? So there has to be that. Also, always follow the copy. Roar rips his opponent's head off. At the last line, we did not hear you rip your opponent's head off. You must honor the copy. But great work, really. I'm really, really impressed.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So I was going to say the exact same thing that Ellen said. A lot of modern animated stuff is very conversational and is just, the person's regular voice. So I feel like, as much as you might have said that animation is not your bag, it could be your bag, man. It could be your bag. So I think like the thing that would be next on the list for you would just be like just doubling down and committing to this for sure, and just saying I can do this. I can do this thing. When we got into the video game aspect of it, the more video gamey part of it, I'm playing a lot of Skyrim right now, so I was way into that. I was like, I know this guy. I've heard this guy. So definitely you have a place in this branch of the industry, I would say.
Thanks so much.
Totally agree. So I loved your bravery. I love that you made a choice and you made him small and it was cute. And in the second, I'm going to call it paragraph, the switch, I thought you did really well. You went from a little tiny Rory into the big deeper voice. I thought that was awesome. Maybe pick up the pace, give some more pace changes as you're moving through all of the little Rory guy. And then when you got into the gaming bit, I love your tone. I love your voice for gaming. It is a more natural sound, which your voice lends itself to that. And again, the roars, giver. You got to push the crap out of it when we're listening to auditions. And when I have you in the room and I'm directing a game, we want to hear the real thing. So it's weird to scream that loud, but just do it. Okay, I'm done.
Thanks,
So
Vijay.
rude. It's so rude, that bell.
Hello, I'm Patrick Stewart, and I play Captain Picard. But here's the real Captain, Joe Picard.
Very good, Mr. Mike. Once upon a time on a farm far, far away lived a girl with a big dream. Sit back and let Joe Picard tell you a story. Hello, my name is Rory. So happy you've joined me for this magical story. I've poured my mane and packed my map. But with all this excitement, I feel like a little nap. Wowzers, guys! I haven't had this much fun since the last universe I had to take over. I gotta say it. You guys are the best universe so far. When we first came here, very first thing we were told was how great it is here. So many parks to choose from. And of course, to stay away from the city where the flesh-eating bubble blob lives. Because, yeah, apparently it's pretty much the worst thing you could ever experience. of me. Okay. Maybe you are just a little bit the boss. Oh boy, this cub's gotta find food fast. Rawr. Rawr! I think I just threw up in my mouth so many times. That was awesome. Okay, but it was also very scary. And I think Chubb has live streamed the whole thing. And now they're all calling me Ralphie. Ralphie? Rawr. Oh, that excitement has made me feel a little bit weird. Whoa, and turned me green. Oh, Mummy, help! Silence! Pathetic lion! The shadows are my domain. Those who trespass may find themselves adrift in the darkness. I am the shadow. Hear me! There can be no honor amongst traitors. Let's end this quickly. Draw your final breath.
My dogs are going
A woman possessed.
I've already peed my pants, but I just pooped them now. So I'm really quite a mess and it's really not going to be easy. Okay, here we go. So, wow. All right, a lot of stuff going on right here. Holy crap. Love it. Love the little roars. Love the little embellishments. Love the roarsome when you said awesome as roarsome. I mean, just those kind of things are my jazz. I love that kind of clever inclusion. I felt you were emotionally in it. I thought you were playful. I thought your embellishments were just on the borderline of going too far into. You had a great prologue. I loved it. I loved all of that stuff. When you got to the transition, everything about you, I thought it was cute. I thought it was great. And then you got to the transition and it was huge and it went huge right away. And I feel like playing the climax right away through the whole end of the thing. And this would be my only comment to you. You will blow out your vocal cords. You cannot play the climax through for that all of those lines because you're just going to blow up. So I want to protect you. I applaud you for giving her like at that velocity, but you can't get any farther than the climax. So what happens is you end up screaming from the void and it'll hurt you. Okay, you know what? You can just bite me right through that water full of poo.
Listen, you are a no holds barred VO actor. Let me give you that. Honestly, you go for it. You don't censor. I love that. You dive off the diving board without your swimsuit, without a parachute. That's great. I think I'm going to talk about the transition in terms of it. To me, it was a little bit the same level. So going from what Ellie said, I would have liked to have had a quiet, powerful shadow as opposed to everything out here. And not that you cannot do that, but then you build it. The orgasm came too soon, excuse me, young audience. So it would just be, build it to it and just sort of tiptoe into that as opposed to everything being the same level. Even in the animation, I would have liked to have seen some level and some quieter moments. A lot of it, I think, was drilling towards this kind of thing. But great work and great risk taker.
Absolutely. 1,000,000% commitment, which is amazing. So that's great. Check, bang, that's great. I would say, I won't repeat everything that's been said. I'll just say at the end when you do, because you can totally go nuts, which is, great. Like Kim was saying in the last one, you can like totally just go crazy. But just a little technical thing, you want to make sure that stuff can be heard. You want to make sure that you're not bumping into stuff, you know what I mean? Because then the take is gone, right? So I think if you're going to go there, try to go there in a way that can be technically sound as well, so that it can match your like amazing level of commitment. One thing that in the animation part that almost happened, I thought was going to happen that didn't happen, was in the line, I haven't had this much fun since the last universe I had to take over. I think that's a missed opportunity that maybe people have not been taking, which is that this cute little thing takes over universes. So this thing is actually evil. So there can be a moment in there for a laugh or something, just a little foreshadowing that this thing is not what it seems.
Great note.
Great note. Hello, Joe. I love your voice. Hey,
That's
stop
not
making
you.
that noise.
That's not me.
I love your voice. I love your voice. I wished that you'd done something a little more cartoony when you were Rory, that you became a cartoon, because you sounded like a human. I wished you had aired more on the side of cartoon. The performance was great. Maybe some pace changes and stuff that everyone else has mentioned would have been great. Maybe something lower in volume, because we like those big turns and twists as you're moving through the animated stuff. I disagree with Ellie. I did not think the prologue should have been there. I thought it was too long, and I was waiting for you to get to the meat. If I was listening to an audition, I would be like, oh my God, fast forward, because I don't have time. Do you know what I mean? Just selfishly as a casting person. And so some of the ad libs I thought were maybe a little too long. I don't care either. I'm going to poop my pants too. I don't care. And I agree with everybody else. Give yourself somewhere to go. Start off in a lower place when you flipped over to the gaming voice, so that you there's spots where you're screaming or doing whatever you're doing. Okay, now I'm going to shut up and poop my pants.
It's all automated. I can't do anything. Thanks so much, Joe. And in the booth now, it's Avery.
Hey, everybody. Give me a second to grab the real talent behind my scenes. I was waiting for the grand finale to bring them out. I was waiting. I was going to do it in the very first slate, but I thought, isn't he prize winning? I'm bugging around. Okay, so script for Thing is here. Wowza, guys. I haven't had this much fun since the last universe I had to take over. I just gotta say it. You guys are the best universe so far. Well, when we first came here, very first thing we were told was how great it is here, how many parks there are to choose from, and of course, to stay away from the city where the flesh-eating blah 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 lives. 'Cause apparently it's pretty much the worst thing you could ever experience. And also, Rory, I want you to know that I like two things: butts and smooth jazz. Hit it with a saxophone solo, baby. That's not a kazoo. And also, you get a promotion. Don't growl at me, stomach. You ain't the boss of me. Okay, all right. Maybe you're a little bit the boss of me, whatever. Whew, boy, this cub's got to find some food and fast. Yo! Whoa, dude! I think I just opened my mouth a couple of times. That was awesome. Well, okay, I got a level with you. It was a little scary. I think Chubbs was live streaming the whole thing, and now everyone's calling me Ralphie, and I don't really get it. Lowering the gain. You think global warming is a joke? The shadows are my domain. Those who trespass may find themselves adrift in the darkness. I am the shadow. Hear me roar! There can be no honor amongst vanquished traitors, draw your final breath. Finally.
Oh, it's the head. Oh, it's the head. Oh, I got it. Okay, so the poo, okay, it just keeps coming, so it's never gonna end. Okay.
Yeah,
You
it's
won
a
me on the
start. I
dog, that's
tried.
all I have to say, because the dog won. So there's what happens when you put a dog in front of a microphone and I see it, I go, oh, I forgot what you sounded like, because all I can remember is the dog. No, really good. Avery, I love that you had a real or not. You know, you didn't go to the cartoony voices. Like for me, you did it. There was an in between. There was a youthfulness to the New York. He was kind of like he had felt like he was sort of from the Bronx or Jersey or somewhere like that. He had sort of gangster going on with him, which I kind of liked because, as Jonathan said, he's not a good, this character, people are missing it. There's some danger in this guy, right? And I really appreciate that. And I love that you used your head voice. You pitched up high. And then when you did the blob voice, of course, the transition was so low that, and you can keep doing that all you want, I don't care. That it was so low and the switch up was so great. It, you know, and then the beat poetry was another thing where I didn't know what was happening. And I went, oh, that's his beat poetry moment. Oh my God, you're really obeying the rules. And I thought there were some great switch ups. And that you adjusted your microphone to do the game. Just watch when you're swinging around and all that beautiful, deep, glorious stuff. When you're swinging around, I can't hit you're off the mic. You got to do it like on the mic, or otherwise it gets a bit random. But that for me, there was so much in that. I was like, fabulous.
Avery, you're always a joy to watch and listen. I really always enjoy all your stuff. I would have liked to, I had a lot of fun. I would have liked to have seen more of a contrast in the beginning with the cute Rory. Again, we're going from good and evil. And yes, there's evil elements in Rory in the animation part, but I didn't feel there was enough of a contrast between, and I found that I liked the New York accent choice, but it didn't stay for me. I thought you lost the consistency of the New York choice. And I thought you actually would have been interesting to go from the New York to the demon. Let's talk about your battle cries. You went for it, which I really appreciated. You were off mic, which is a technical thing, as Ellie mentioned. Again, when you go, I am the shadow, hear me roar, you can take more time in the blocking. I am the shadow. Did you walk towards the other character and go, hear me roar? Or were you standing further away? I would like to have heard the little bit of difference between those moments. You can breathe a little bit more in a video game. Give me a little bit more air. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Avery. Good work.
Thank you.
Hey, Avery. So I thought as well, there was a bit of like a touch of consistency issue with the first voice that you were doing. There was a moment where in the second sort of chunk where there was like a bit of a voice crack issue where you were like in your head voice and stuff. And I think like if you want to pick a head voice, that's totally fine. Just make sure it's something that's super comfortable for you that you can do. Because if you do book this thing, maybe you're in there for 3 hours, right? So just make sure that it's something you can do consistently. Off mic on a couple of things on the video game. The voice, your pipes when you get down to it are just you sound like a dragon. It's amazing. So that's fantastic. But yeah, consistency for sure. And I think with the ad libs as well, I think the ad lib in the center might have been just a touch too long because we started to wonder like, is he ever gonna come back? But you did, and so I think just like reeling in some of that creative impulse could benefit you.
Yes, agree. I was going to say that, so thank you. I love your commitment. I love that you are bold in your choices. Love all of that. Awesome. But I agree. I think the New York went from the Bronx to Jersey in a different spot. So just watch. If you're going to pick an accent, you got to stick with it, or we don't know what's happening just as viewers or as listeners. I love that when you did the death metal singer voice, I think it's in 2, that you actually had a melody to it. And so it was kind of like you were actually, that was awesome. I love that. And I loved your first choice too. It made me super happy. I thought your roar, I don't care if it's off mic. It was fucking awesome. I don't care. I said F.
I was
said-
so
I said F.
terrified of blowing up everyone's ears that I decided that much better. The
Yeah,
alternative.
exactly. And so if we were in the studio, we just would have done another one and just put you back on mic. And so I thought that was awesome. Again, love, boldness, and you gave it to us. Awesome. Really good job.
Thank you, Avery. All right, walking into the booth, Ellie.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ellie Rods, and I am back at it again with another slate. And yes, I am the girl that said that she likes broccoli and avocados on pizza. I'm sorry. Wowzers, guys! I haven't had this much fun since the last universe I had to take over. I just gotta say it. You guys are the best universe so far! When we first came here, very first thing we were told was how great it is. There's so many parks to choose from. And of course, to stay away from the city where the flesh-eating bubble blob lives. 'Cause, yeah, apparently it's pretty much the worst day you could ever experience. Don't growl at your stomach. You're not the boss of me. Okay, maybe you're a little bit of the boss. Oh boy, this cup's gotta kind food fast. Wow! I think I just threw up in my mouth so many times. That was awesome! Okay, but it was also very scary. And I think Chubbs live streamed the whole thing. And now they're all calling me Ralphie. Actually, I wrote a poem that describes exactly how I felt. This one goes out to all my mamacitas. Llámame Ralphie. Hit it, Chubbs! The universe. Flesh-eating bubble blobs. Growling stomachs. Saw a stripeless tiger with a mullet looking like a Joe. I vomited. Awesome. No. Enlightening. Oh no, I'm feeling a little bit too jazzed up. You know what happens when I'm jazzed up? Oh no, hear me! The shadows are my domain. Those who trespass may find themselves adrift in the darkness. I am the shadow. Hear me roar! There can be no honor amongst traitors. Let's end this quickly. Ah! Draw your final breath. Ah!
Oh my God, did you bite that head off? I love it because okay, that was awesome. Okay, you're way too cute. I love the slate. I love the cuteness. I love the cute voice. I thought it was very cute. Everything about it was cute. I loved your hip hop. I loved even your transition. I love the gravel. I love the growl. I feel that you're speeding a bit overall. I feel that internally you're going so quick sometimes that I'm like trying to keep up and missing because you're dropping the ends of your sentence as you go, but I love all of it. I just want you to breathe into it. It's probably nerves that are making you just wing like a wing bat out of hell. And I don't blame you because I've got poo in my panties. Everything about what you were doing was great. I just don't anticipate the switch. I sense that you were pulled towards the switch. Sit in your moments. You're allowed. This is your audition. You're allowed to take your moments. So just breathe into it and laugh. He's happy on Wowzers. Rory's a happy camper at the beginning, and I know you're nervous. Great job, man. Just give yourself that time. You deserve it.
Oh, I love you. I love you. I agree. And I'm a rusher too, because I'm so enthusiastic. I get your energy. And you talked to somebody. I actually heard you talking to somebody in these various scenes. I love the scene when you were talking to your stomach. Oh, maybe you're a little bit the boss. I love that whole little section. It was really well done. The rap song was great. The transition was very interesting and it worked. Your bigness worked into the video game. Screams and battles, generally when you screams and battles to help you, you can do some efforts like you're swinging a sword that will help you so you don't just scream for nothing. I'm hitting my enemy with a sword or pick a weapon, but really great work. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Ellie. Okay, so I want to just say two things because I don't want to repeat what people have said. In the first part, in the animation part, you have this lovely compression that you're able to do, it seems very easily. I would be weary. Make sure the compression doesn't squeeze out your diction and not let us hear you, because sometimes when it goes too compressed, you can like lose some of the words. So just make sure you're doing that comfortably and that you can still like play to your full extent in that compression that you do so well. When we got to the video game part, we heard you do like you tried to give it your best like big gravel video game voice. There are tons of things in video games. What if this character wasn't a big gravelly video game character? What if it was something really terrifying and smooth and it sort of slithers out of the shadows? Or you know what I mean? You can approach these video game characters in many, many ways. And then that would give you somewhere to go if you did want to roar and do something crazy, because your scream was great. So if you wanted to take that somewhere, you could have done that. But great read overall.
Awesome. Well, we love you because cute.
Yeah.
So yes, all of that. Jonathan, I hear what you're saying about compression. I don't necessarily agree. I agree with clarity. There was a clarity issue, but I think it was more about the placement in the mouth, not in the compression. So, but I don't know. So just watch that. I would have opened your mouth a little bit more just so we could hear all the words, because we have to, because it's important. You were very consistent all the way through your animated bit, which was fantastic. And I could tell you were a cartoon. I could tell what was happening in the scene. You, as the voiceover, are giving us what we need on the other side to animate. And I felt like you really gave a lot of material. So that was awesome. There was a little too much ad-libbing in the middle, just saying. And I loved, by the way, in your gaming audition that you threw a laugh in there, because not a lot of people have done that. So that was awesome, that wicked laugh. And that's all. And I'm done.
Thanks, Ellie. Gracias. All right, last but never least, Jamie Wells.
Gotta remember to unmute. Well, my dog is very upset at you guys for keeping me all day, so let's hurry this up. She's a Chihuahua and she misses mommy, so.
Wowzer, guys. I haven't had this much fun since the last universe I had to take over. I just gotta say it. You guys are the best universe so far, which is saying a lot because the last universe was made entirely of cheese. When we first came here, the first thing we were told was how great it is here, how many parks to choose from, and of course to stay away from the city where the flesh-eating bubble blob lives, because, yeah, apparently it's pretty much the worst thing you could ever experience. Don't growl at me, stomach. You're not the boss of me. Okay, maybe you're a little bit of the boss. Oh boy, this cub's gotta find food fast, but not fast food. This cub only eats free-range organic. I think I just threw up in my mouth so many times. That was awesome. Okay, but it was also very scary. And I think Chubbs live streamed the whole thing, and now they're all calling me Ralphie. Ralphie? Call me Ralphie? How dare you! Don't you know who I am?
The shadows are my domain. Those who trespass may find themselves adrift in the darkness. I am the shadow. Hear me roar. There can be no honor among traitors! Let's end this quickly. Draw your final breath.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Okay, this is awesome, Jamie. Another the Chihuahua won it for me. Just say the word Chihuahua, and I think of my own. So, the schizo quality of you, I love it, but I also, I need it connected. I just wanted it I love it. I love your voice. I love the cute. It was the first one where I really felt the wicked right from the beginning. It had a kind of attitude in it that made me go, ooh. There was a kind of a false, like, I'm lying kind of thing, which I loved because it led to, because I know the story and you didn't anticipate it. And I thought there was some great playful stuff. You had a like witchy high sound as opposed to going to that low thing. And it was great. I don't know if you would be able to sustain that for a long time because it felt like it hurt me listening to you do it, but I loved it. But I just be careful with that. I just think that it was great. Your evil cub really, and the embellishments that moved you into places was great, and the switches were great. I just felt that there was a little bit of inconsistency for me of understanding where the storyline when she became the sexy woman was. That's all. I loved it though.
You are a blast. You are so much fun. I really enjoyed the cute voice at the beginning. I would have liked to have felt. Sometimes I felt that you weren't talking to somebody or getting a reaction in the spaces of the lines. Remember, just because you have a so-called monologue in these kind of copy, there's always a reaction of the other character. So again, like the last person, let it breathe a bit. Even in animation with the pace, you can say, oh, how did he think? What do you think of that? Look at the reaction, listen to the reaction. I don't mind a little bit of air. I like the choice. You made something different in the video game. We had this sort of sexy British woman, sort of very kind of stealthily and slimy and interesting. I like that choice. Again, I would like to have, because you chose a more slow kind of diabolical character. I would like to have continued that where you saw the reaction, let this end quickly. Draw your final breath. So let this end quickly. Did you do something to that character? Did you kick her in the face and she fell down? Draw your final breath. There should be an actual action towards that breath. There should have been a purpose for there. But I thought it was very good choice and a very interesting choice for the video game transition. Thank you.
Absolutely. I agree with everything that's been said. You guys are all smart. I wanted to say a great use of ad lib right off the top. It was connected to what you were saying. It was an extension of the line and not something completely random. Like it didn't come from nowhere just for the sake of being funny or clever or whatever. It was an extension of the line, which was great. I think on this first line of this second paragraph, when we first came here, very first thing we were told was, I immediately thought, who told you? And so if it was like a parent figure or someone, you can be like, the very first thing that we got told, you know what I mean? Is it that sort of thing? What's your relationship to the people that are in the script and that you're referencing in the script? It'll just give us more flavor and be like, oh, this person thought about this character. They know what's going on. Yeah. And I think also something that I wanted to bring up in a couple of the other reads and applies to your read as well is that this is an auditory medium. So a couple of things that, like the transformations and all of that stuff, if we couldn't see you ripping your skin off or whatever it is you were doing, how could you represent that vocally? And I think it happened a couple of times throughout a couple of different reads, like the biting the head off and spitting it out. And Ellie was like, you spit his head out. Like we immediately knew what that was, right? So auditory storytelling for those physical things.
Wasn't even me.
I loved your placement of Rory, cute and airy and fun, and it made me smile. To everyone else's point, though, I think on the third, I'm going to call it the third line, you didn't sound super frustrated. So maybe a pace change there, or actually put that look on your face, really scrunch up your face, and that's going to convey that sort of emotion. And then I thought on 4, the fact that when you got to the Rory and they're calling you Ralphie, you're the first person I think that I heard that you didn't like it, that it was not a good thing. That was awesome. And then that lovely transition you did into the gaming, I thought that was great. And you really took your time through it and gave us, as Ellen said, a very different take on it. And you owned that space and you were very fierce. And I love that you took your time and just sat in it. That was great. So nice job.
Well, thank you, Ellie. Okay. That was Jamie. I apologize, Jamie. Sorry, I meant to say, Ellie, I know you hate that sound, but hey, if I don't do it, Jim Michael Collins will go crazy with lobster stuff. So
I love
Now,
everybody.
just when you thought it was done, would it really be the same without the dreaded Get Mic'd curveball? Oh, yeah, we've kept you long enough, folks, but this is entertainment without something out there, so it just might work. Listen, the talent were given a script moments before the show, and in fact, they were all given one word. They were? Okay, I don't have to say it. Do I, ladies?
No.
All of these contestants have to do is put it in a short sentence or beat poetry, so we'll be putting their ad-libbing skills to the test. Are we ready for this?
You
All right.
betcha.
So we're going to hear from our first victim in random order, Vijay Menon.
I'm sorry, I just didn't get what
You didn't get the word?
was that, Mike? I mean,
Did you get the curveball?
do we have a script? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Laugh. Let him have it.
Avery, are you? Yeah. Avery, are you
Yeah,
ready?
sure.
Yeah, if my mic works, I'm gonna turn the screen up. Gain. Cool.
All right, here's Avery Luna.
All right. Actually, can I get one muted second real quick? Yeah, never mind. Fuck it. My doctor says I am impotent, or at least that was his diagnosis, which is pretty cool, but I would much rather have given me what all the cool kids have. Pneumano ultra microscopic silcano volcano coniosis.
Yay!
Awesome.
Good job.
Next. All right. Ellie Rods, are you there?
Yes, I am here, reporting for duty. Hi, my name is Ellie Rods, and here I am back at it again. And fun fact, when I stub my toe, I sound like a screeching chipmunk. Okay. The doctor says I have ultra-volcanic silicone dust lungs, or at least that's what I like to call it. But, you know, because pneumono-ultra-microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis is a lame name for a superpower.
Thank you. Jamie Wells, are you ready?
Yes. My doctor told me I had a lung disease, so I asked him which one. I was afraid you'd ask, he said, before pulling out his phone for us to watch a YouTube video on how to pronounce pneumono ultra microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Thank you, Jamie. Ileana Spirakis.
Okay, everybody. I've told you I'm Greek. I've told you I'm from Thessaloniki. What I didn't tell you is I come from this long line of philosophers and geniuses and doctors. And one of them invented and discovered and named pneumono-ultra-microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis, which is a term for a lung disease caused by inhaling silica dust. Okay? Now you know this about me too. Aide. Next.
Thanks, Ileana. Joe Picard, where are you hiding?
Yeah. Looking a bit disheveled. just saw my pitch.
Welcome to the club.
Oh my goodness, Mary Poppins, please be careful when you sing supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, as you might end up with pneumonultra microscopic silicovolcanic coniosis. I'm dilly.
Thanks, Joe. All right, Vijayan, let's hear from you.
He might be out of the room still.
No, he's muted.
Oh, he's muted? Oh, you're muted, Vijayan.
Yes, I got the script, guys. Sorry.
Someone wanted a little extra time, I'm thinking. It's only 6 a.m. for you. What's the problem?
All right. I went to the doctor. I was feeling sick. And he diagnosed. He looked at me and he said, You know what? Just hang in there. Just hang in. Don't get nervous. Just hang in there. I'm scared. How am I going to tell this to you? Because you have got. Just don't die. Hang in there. It's a long one. It's a long one. You've got. No more. No. Ah. Are you there? Are you still there? Oh my God. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Thank you,
Give him a
Vijay.
hand. Woo! Good job, you guys.
Thank you, all contestants. Yeah. You know, you guys and gals have made the judges' jobs very difficult. And there's she, they, and her also. But now it's time to finalize your votes, dear judges. Go to your scorecards, check your notes, and make your final decision. The blood, sweat, and tears all comes down to this moment where the total shall be tallied and the top scored points will determine our winners. Or in Canada, they say our. Who will walk away with the ultimate prize? It's nobody's guess. It all comes down to the real thing. Give us your thoughts, folks at home. We'd love to hear from you. Let's give everyone a big hand for an absolutely incredible job in the voice realm. Sheer magic.
Wow.
And I'm not going to buzz myself, Ellie.
Wow. I'm going to buzz you.
No, you don't. It's time, judges. Send in your top score for each category and get and submit while the team assembles your scores, and the Get Mike team deliberate in the green room. Bye, Ellie and Tab. You guys have to go in the green room. Press the number. Yeah.
How do I get there?
We'll get you there, Al. We'll get you
There's
there.
a magic number. I don't know what it is. I've never been.
We're gone, everybody. No, we love you all.
Be careful out there.
It's true, they do. They really do. So, before we begin talking to some of our contestants and judges, let's show a little clip of our top special mentions. Have we got that ready, Amanda?
You betcha.
Let's do it.
What do you think, Bugs? You think these people gonna like my audition? I think that unless carrots are forthcoming, your prospects remain dire. Enjoy the show!
I'm gonna be a mighty king, so enemies beware. Well, I've never seen a king of beasts with quite so little hair.
Do you have anything cool to say?
I was born for this.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah! The cursed medallion of Doohoo?
This place is called the Black Forest for a reason. Its name is suiting. Everything here reeks of rotten mold.
Well, we define ourselves. Today, like every day, we push the boundaries even farther.
Dear voice, I'm sorry I have taken you for granted and not given you the ability to be your absolute best.
Defying definition while redefining ourselves.
Today, like every day, we push the boundaries even further.
Are you ready?
By late afternoon, the sun no longer shines, and the night comes the forest's creatures, prepared with their insatiated appetite for anything with a heartbeat.
Oh, hi there. Wait, mister, what are you doing down there? Don't mind me. Just making some experimentations of some sort. Just watch.
No dejaré de quererte, no dejaré de quererte, no dejaré de quererte. Ay, 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 I hope you enjoy. Apparently someone didn't.
Oh, that's right. You wanted me to sing a song as well. Well, I do think I'm feeling rather funky today, so 1, 2, 3.
It appears to be an emulsification of several ingredients, such as the incomparable hash avocado, fresh cilantro, and just a smidgen of coriander.
Oh, darling. Thank you so much for inviting me today.
Oh, my love, what do we have here? Oh, I would love to try this treat.
Hi! My name is Ileana Spirakis.
And I am ready for the ultimate VO survivor.
What? I'm studying architecture. Ah, yes. He's frustrated, perplexed, if I may say, flummoxed.
What's up, y'all? I'm Doug Bertling Jr., and I have a funny little story I'd like to share with you. So a few years after my spinal cord injury, I took this girl out on a date to a club that had a mechanical bull, right?
I didn't come this far to fall to the fate of this cursed forest.
Cedric Boswell, voiceover artist and military veteran. For more than 3 decades, mankind has explored the mysteries of the universe from a vantage point in space.
You did it. And to think, it all started with just a splash of inspiration. It felt like an impossible dream at times, but now, here you are, and it's working.
They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Well, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone?
This is it. Your opportunity to shine and be heard. To make it to the live virtual shows every Wednesday night in November. It's time to win the ultimate VO survivor. Take 2.
Why? That's alliteration. Now, the world is such a beautiful place. Every minute detail is knowledge waiting to be discovered. I see trees of green.
Have I seen this all before? I know that there's something residing, that terror deep inside me. I couldn't understand how you could be so bold.
The cursed medallion of Doohoo.
A little bit of background about myself. I've been doing voices, accents, dialects, impressions for most of my life. It's just something that I decided to do one day while I was sitting at home being a social outcast and wanted to talk to myself and make it a little different. So I just started doing these voices and these accents and whatnot just to make the time go by. And you could say that I've had this calling for this particular occupation for most of my life.
Oh my god, did my boyfriend just come back home? Yes, I will pause this, but I'm gonna keep it because I liked it.
Oh, excuse me, there was someone trying to get in here, and yeah, I told them it was closed, so let's go back to work, kids. Okay.
Bienvenidos a todos. ¿Cómo están? Muy bien. Ay, qué bueno. Oh, I'm so sorry. I gotta speak the English. My name is Daniel Alejandro. I'm going to read the gaming script.
Oh, sorry. I seem to have an affliction since I was a baby owl. It's called Tourette's. And if that pops up, I'm really, really sorry. Oh, I'm studying architecture. He's frustrated. He is over there. Yeah, perplexed and,
This is it. Your opportunity to shine and be heard. To make it to the live virtual shows every Wednesday night in November. It's time to win the
As humanity begins to emerge from one of its greatest challenges, we are here to once again show you just how far we can carry you.
Okay, you don't have a portfolio. What you do have is 2 kids, a job, and a side hustle. You're getting by and don't want to compromise on quality.
Hoy en día todos pueden saber tu nombre, tu fecha de nacimiento, a qué hora te levantas, qué comes, qué alergias tienes, cuánto pesas. Saben absolutamente todo.
Check out your favorite artists, performances, pics, latest music news, and interviews online now.
This course is dedicated to educating associates at all levels on the topic of bias. Please click the arrow to begin Module 1. What is bias?
It's about goals. Breaking barriers you never thought possible. Being fit. That's just extra.
Hey, it's JMC, and I just wanted to say thank you for being a part of Get Mike, the voiceover industry's only American Idol-style competition show. Now back to the madness of Ellie Ray and Deb.
The VoiceOver Network is the #1 place for voiceover professionals.
I'm Rachel Naylor. I am the founder of the VoiceOver Network. I'm a voiceover artist, editor of the Buzz magazine, host of the VoiceOver Hour.
The vibe that Rachel gives, that the VoiceOver Network gives, that is something you cannot find anywhere.
The Buzz magazine is the only magazine in the world dedicated to the voiceover industry. The VoiceOver Hour live webinars, online workshops, and members based all around the world.
You were just fantastic from the beginning. I mean, you guys welcomed me with open arms, so full of joy, so full of positivity, so full of support. It was just a wonderful feeling.
Everything you need for your voiceover business. The VoiceOver Network.
This place is called the Black Forest for a reason. Its name is suiting. Everything here reeks of rot and mold.
By late afternoon, the sun no longer shines. And at night, well, the night comes with the forest creatures.
Prepared with their insatiated appetite for anything with a heartbeat. It's terrifying.
Okay. Guess we're doing this. Oh. Oh. Oh.
I didn't come this far to fall to the fate of this cursed forest!
The cursed medallion of Duhu.
Old friend, I have freed our people, and I will free you too.
Well, he clearly surpassed the vertical load capability due to a slight deflection in the shear walls, resulting in a catastrophic failure.
What? I'm studying architecture. Yes.
Oh, yes. He's frustrated. Or, perplexed. Ooh, flummoxed. Yeah, he's flummoxed. Oh, poor fella.
Well, it appears to be an emulsification of several ingredients, such as the
incomparable Haas avocado.
fresh cilantro and just a smidgen of coriander. What? I'm studying the culinary arts.
Oh, you can have guacamole with eggs, or guacamole on toast, or guacamole on your sandwich, or guacamole on, or, as I like to call it,
the supremely stupendous sensational super stand.
And that's alliteration.
Kind of cool. I didn't know it could do this.
Now's the
time. Yeah.
Woo, and we're back.
We are back young. All right. So listen, I just want to mention a few things here about our contestants. I want to start with Avery Luna. Avery is a writer, a singer, a dancer, a yoga instructor, a professional father figure, and most impressively, he's a big old liar. yeah, he's none of those things. But, you know, he's a cool dude who thought for sure he was going to plow his way through school and end up in a laboratory, a fun-loving scientist doing silly voices in the lab. Or at least become the janitor of a very prestigious school or something. But the longer he talked to people, the more they said, wow, you have a face for radio. I mean, you should do radio. Avery had a vision of future where he was not only able to make an ass of himself, but get paid for it and tell beautiful stories. But, you know, enough to make a, I didn't understand this line that was written for me, but he had enough money to make his own giant PR barn. And now we're here. Jamie Wells was asked by mom, when are you going to grow out of your cartoons? The answer was never. I'm going to become them instead. Michigan native, shout out to Ann Arbor and the like. And California transplant, Jamie was that kid that was always a little too loud, animated, and obnoxious for most of their life, always making strange sounds and parroting people. Sounds familiar. Relatively new to voice acting, they dabbled in podcasting and making their character voices for D&D before jumping headfirst into voice acting from a homemade PVC booth. Wow, that's not easy to do. Crammed inside their apartment. There they remain. Jo Picard has been charming audiences for 20 years as an actress and presenter, from the Olympic Games to feature films. She recently found where her heart sings, and that is in voice acting with a versatile voice that will move and amuse you. Jo is the voice of Oma's UK and can be heard on all major TV channels and is literally over the moon to have made it to the final. Thank you, Jo. Vijayan Menon is a full-time voice-over artiste based in Mumbai. Vijayan was born and brought up in the city of Mumbai with his wonderful family. He has been in this profession for more than 12 years, not like me, just 6 months, and has lent his voice for TV commercials, radio spots, corporate films, documentaries, e-learning, audiobooks, and all kinds of character voices for films, etc. Vijayan loves his work and looks forward to it every day. Good on ya. He also loves music, traveling, and a bit of outdoor sports. Ellie Rods, who's a brand new voice actor and singer born and raised in Miami, of Cuban and Dominican descent. Now, I've got some Cuban and Dominican friends, especially the Dominicans on the Toronto Blue Jays. Shh. She comes from a musical theater background and is an artistic Swiss Army knife, drawing, acting, decorating, funny voices. Oh, yeah, she's your gal. Oh, and she loves avocados, like a lot. Yeah. Ileana Spirakis, this Greek queen and voiceover newbie, is super duper wow. Excited to be one of this year's finalists. Born and raised in the beautiful city of Thessalonica. My Greek is horrible. And based in Toronto, Ileana is a passionate storyteller. She really is, whose acting journey started from a very young age, inspired by the ancient Greek plays she watched as a child. You're not that old. And the importance theater played in her culture. She knew from a very young age that this was her life's dream and purpose. Ileana's passion is acting, and whether that is on stage, in front of a camera, or behind a mic, her love for play is always present. Now, who am I missing? How come I don't have everybody's stuff here? What's going on? This is a terrible thing. Who did I miss? Who did I miss?
Joe.
Oh, no, I got you. No. I think I got everyone, didn't I? Okay, thank God, because the script got all messed up for some reason. I was dying. And at this time, because I don't think our friends are back in the room yet, and this music is really starting to get on my nerves, I just want to ask each of our judges. All right, so words of wisdom. I'm going to start with Cliff Zellman. Words of wisdom for our contestants. What would you suggest?
Oh my. Be original, have fun, keep it fluid. Be creative, visualize what you're saying, visualize your actions, and just keep going, because I thought everybody here tonight was absolutely terrific. Gangs of fun to listen to. I thought you were all great. And I do want to jump in here real quick and say, Jonathan, I thought some of your critiques were absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, nice job
And
tonight,
you
Jonathan.
just absolutely deserve to be to join in on the judging side of this, because
What's happening?
Thanks, Cliff.
I
That's
really
super
liked
sweet
what
of
you
you
had
to
to
say.
say.
Thank
Very
you so
insightful.
much.
Thanks, Cliff. Well,
Words of
guess who's
wisdom,
back?
stay with it, enjoy it, love it.
Oh,
Be
that
your
was
own
so
person.
painful.
The twosome of trouble are back. All right, so, oh, wow. Looks like it's time. The judges have decided, and it's time for me to announce your 2021 Ultimate VO Survivor winners. Whoa.
It's coming.
Please.
It's coming.
I'm
It's
about-
coming.
This must have been really tough. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, let's actually talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that for just
How
I'm
hard
muted.
my brain and my panties
Let's
are.
actually talk about that for a second. I want everybody to know how difficult this was, just in general from the start. First of all, listening to honestly 7 days straight of auditions for hours and hours and hours and hours
Days.
on
2
end.
weeks. What are you talking
JMC, Ellie, myself, we all did all the auditions. It was an insane process. Thank you to everybody who helped. But when we picked the ones that we chose, there's so many variables that go into casting, and people don't realize that. It's who you're going against, what we're doing. We wanted a global competition, as I mentioned before. It was so important to show the world of voices that we have, and that's what's so cool about the internet for us, is that we are able to express. Look at JMC's across the pond, we're just all over the place here, and yet celebrating in one common ground, and that's just a beautiful thing. So it was very daunting. It's not about the best, we can't say that enough. It's actually just about the celebration of it and what worked for us in that moment for many different variables. And so it's very overwhelming to be on this side of the footing, when you're dealing with hundreds and hundreds of casting and trying to find the best one. So it doesn't mean that one person didn't do well. It's just a matter of this was the choice for that reason. And that's kind of what we came up with now as well. So I'm sending them to you now, Mr. Mike, so you'll be able to announce those. Thank you all. This has been incredible. What a great experience. Thank you to all our sponsors. We can't thank you enough for all your generous donations to help us reward all our fine voice talent. We are all voice talent first, pretty much everybody here in one way or another. And so it's been an honor to celebrate what we do with you guys. And thanks for tuning in. We know it's a long night.
And it's been a long night. And guys, we just want to say, there is no I in team. So every single one of you, even if you're not here tonight, are a part of this celebration. Storytelling is necessary. We've talked about this before. It is raising the vibration on the planet, the communication that you guys are giving. And as we witnessed tonight, the work that goes into raising the roof, literally, so that others can feel things, so that, people can witness and experience emotional truths as people. It ain't easy. And for those of you at home, you watched people battling to make words feel real so that you could feel something. And I held my breath many times, as I said tonight. And so you've made me feel things. Thank you for making me feel alive and being connected to all that you give. And that goes for all of the contestants that submitted auditions, to all of the judges, to all of the writers, to the entire team, and of course to the audience who makes this kind of thing possible so that we stay connected and together. So celebration is warranted.
Well, with that, it's time. All right, in the category of commercial, our winner is, get ready,
Tunnel.
Joe Picard.
Woo!
Fantastic, Joe.
Yay.
All right, shall we announce the narration winner?
Let's do it.
Do it. Come on now. This is
In
exciting.
narration, a special kind of read from Vijay and Menon.
Woo! That was
Way
worth
to go.
staying up for.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Congratulations, Vijayan.
All right. Fantastic. Now, for animation, I got to start this track again or I'm going to run out. For animation, put your hands together for the winner, Ileana Spirakis. And that means one thing left, doesn't it, Deb and Ellie?
Big,
That
the big,
trip to
big, big
Hawaii,
riser.
that
Trip to Hawaii.
microphone, the
Yep.
stuff.
Audio brick panels. Come on now.
Courtesy of Holly Kaimu, Get Mic'd, and Studio Bricks. The overall winner is,
Wait for it.
ready? It's, oh no, it's Ellie Rods. Way to go.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Wow, we did it.
You're awesome.
Awesomeness.
You're so awesome.
I want to shout out Ellie real quick because I have to say that Ellie, you are the only person since I've been judging this competition that every time you've stepped up to the mic, every single read you have done has been potentially bookable. Every single one.
Yeah.
And you weren't always my number one in every category, but you were always my number one, number two, number three. Every single read you've done has had the chance to book, and you're on the cusp of a really great career.
Good job, you guys. Congratulations.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations.
So just know everybody will be in touch with your prizes and stuff. We'll get all those things sent out to you. And you can see all their prizes online. If you guys go into the prizes section on the Get Mike website, it'll show you in there
For
what
each
they've
category.
all won, including the special mentions who have no idea what they've won. So you will find out very soon. It's a plethora of prizes. And you guys, each of you tonight that have won a category have won over $7,000 in career-changing prizes from some incredible sponsors and donators. So again, thank you to all who participated and helped us out. What a great gift to be able to give to you guys. We're all honored to be a part of that.
And I just have a little business to do.
Do it.
All right. Congratulations, Ellie. Overall winner, courtesy of Hale Kaimu, a flight voucher courtesy of Get Mike, Studio Bricks custom paddle kit, and a Sennheiser 416, just like the one I'm talking on now, courtesy of Get Mike. Amazing. Congratulations, everyone. You will each receive your prize packages via email or via, as they say in Canada. Make sure and like, share, and celebrate the entire season. Truly amazeballs. Deb, Ellie, I love you both. Each and every one of you out there, I love you as well. From everyone here at the Virtual Sky Pod, this is Get Mike and the entire team of the Ultimate VO Survivor, Take Two, signing off and wishing
Adios.
everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Adios,
Thanksgiving.
everybody.
Holiday season coming up. And a healthy new year. I'm Mr. Mike saying, get Zelmond. I mean, get what? And enjoy some lobster with JMC. And thanks, everybody. So stay safe, stay creative. And Eric Shepard, I'll see you at the mic.
Bye, everybody. Take care.
Thank you, Kim Harden. Thank you, Ellen Dubin. Thank you, Luce Atherton. Yeah.
I got the blues in my pants because Ellie Ray likes to dance.
I've changed mine already.
We're back. The Ultimate VO Survivor. Take Two. Look at our incredible lineup of sponsors. Get Mic'd, JMC Demos, One Voice USA, Cast Voices, Mark Grau, Tony Daniels, Gravy for the Brain, Voice Acting Academy, Dan Leonard, Voiceover Extra, Smells Like Puppets, Voice 123, Voice Island. The Shepherd Agency, Micmacs, Roman VO, Electric Lips, Closing Credits, Icon Productions, Sean Daly, The VO Meter Podcast, Amazing Demos, Imagine Media, Mavo, Jim Handysides, Andy Krieger, Mocap U, Daryl Hogan, the Infinity Forge Studios, Kate Ashby Academy, Mealy Hutton Coaching Sheridan, The Voice Realm, Studio Bricks, Heo Kaimu Orchid Farm, La Lapidus, Voiceover Network, George Whittam, Coor VO, KH Casting, Antland Productions Uncle Roy, Joshua Alexander, Sound for VO, Killer Gin Games, Rob Skiglin Paglia, Mark Cashman, Don Harvey, Voice Talent Online, Francois Balthazar, Bootleg, The Band, Live-O, Takeover, and VO Heaven.
You're going to be singing, you're going to be dancing, you're going to be dying, you're going to be blowing up, you're going to be flying through the air, you're going to be doing a million things. Didn't work for me.
Huh? Was it you? Is it over? Are we off?